the other day that you described maybe as being 120, 130 feet, you know, from the front all the way to the back alleyway. Do you notice that there were some trees that tended to drop some kind of berries or whatever that tended to stain that sidewalk? Did you notice that?
No,
As you were looking back there?
I didn't notice that, no.
You didn't, did you ever walk back there when it was light?
No, I didn't.
So when you were back there, you only had the aid of a flashlight, and you didn't sit when it was light, right?
Right.
All right.
It's actually two questions, but yes.
Okay, let me, thank you for answering both. Yes, yes. Okay. You never saw any berries deposited on that walkway during the light hours. Is that
No,
right?
I didn't.
And you never went over to Rockingham?
Not. I went later in the evening.
Later on that day?
That's correct. Just for traffic control.
Okay. Did you ever go inside the property?
No, I went after it was done being a crime scene.
All right. What time did you get over to Rockingham?
11:15, 11:30 p.m.
Late at night.
That's correct.
On June 13th?
It was either the 13th or the 14th.
One of those two.
Right.
But you never went inside the property?
No, I didn't.
Now, with regard to this area where you saw these bodies that you described for us, you had occasion, did you not, to observe the body of the female victim?
That's correct.
Do you recall seeing blood spots on the back of the female victim, Ms. Simpson?
I really don't know. No.
If you were to see a picture of that, would that perhaps that refresh your recollection?
Maybe, but I don't remember seeing them.
Okay, just a second here.
Photographs of the scene on the screen.
This is 1012. You see those blood spots that appear on the back there?
Yes, sir.
Do you recall seeing the body in that condition that night, those spots?
No, I don't.
Did you ever tell the photographer or direct him to take
Hi.
pictures of that?
Thank you for the like. Thank you.
All right, you take it down. Thanks. Now, with regard to
Hi, Loris.
this area, it's a very small area where Mr. Goldman's body was found. He was lying somewhere against a tree right in that front area. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
And you described that area as being about how wide, given the tree as the backstop? How far would you say it was from that tree to that front gate, and from the gate to the way you would enter that place?
I would estimate 10 by 6 or smaller.
10 by 6 or smaller?
Yeah.
Yeah. With regard to that area,
Thank you for
while
the
were
subscribe.
there, now, you saw in one of the photographs that
Thank you.
Detective Furman, you saw his shoes and footprint in there when he was pointing at something under some of the foliage. You recall that, right? That one picture?
I don't think there was any testimony that Detective Furman's footprints were in the scene.
Let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase it, John. You saw a photograph, did you not, of a detective or some individual in a shirt and some pants pointing down at toward the foliage?
That's
Recall
correct.
that? You know who that person was?
Thank you very much.
Detective Furman.
And did you see that person's shoe also?
Yes, I did.
And the shoe was uncovered. He had no booties or anything on that shoe,
That's
did he?
correct.
And he had nothing on his hands either, did he?
Right.
And that picture was taken in that area, this small area that we've been talking about, where Mr. Goldman's body was found. Is that right?
Right.
And while you were there, did you ever see anyone take or seek to preserve any shoe prints that were in that particular area, if any? If he understands the question, thank you.
Overall.
No, I didn't.
You not see anybody do that?
No.
Did you ever direct anyone when you were there to take any pictures in that particular area?
No, I didn't.
And I'm talking not only about the concrete, I'm talking about the dirt area.
I didn't direct anybody to take any pictures anywhere.
And you ever, in your
Oh.
presence, ever hear
Hello, Loris-san.
any of the detectives who were supposedly in charge of the scene to do that?
No.
All right.
I think we covered on last week that when you left the scene, the coroner had not arrived. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And do you know whether or not the coroner had been called at that point?
I don't know.
And you didn't participate in that?
No, I didn't.
We established you left by 7:15.
That's correct.
And with regard to the movement of evidence, we talked briefly about this last week, that one of the things you try to do at a crime scene is preserve the evidence and not move it. Is that right?
That's correct.
And with regard to some of the evidence I showed you last week, you could see that it had been moved. Is that correct?
Right.
And do you know whether or not that evidence had been moved by virtue of the coroner moving the body, or do you know?
I wasn't there. I don't know.
So you have no way of knowing.
No.
Even if the coroner were to move a body, best procedure would be not to move the evidence. Would you agree?
Sustained.
Well,
It's argumentative. With this witness.
okay. Thank you, Your Honor. You know yourself that you do everything you can not to move evidence. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
And if ever you moved evidence, or evidence was moved from one location to the other, you'd write a report explaining why that was done, would you not?
Right.
That'd be standard procedure, wouldn't it?
For me, yes.
And you're a well-trained officer.
I'd like to believe so.
In addition to you searching the area for any weapons or bloody clothes or whatever, as you described for us last week, were there other officers who also searched up and down that alleyway and that sort of thing?
Thank you, really.
I know they were door knocking a residence. I don't know if they were searching. I can't.
Just you
testify
being
to
here
that.
is enough.
You know you searched, and you know other officers were out there, but you don't know whether they searched them.
Right.
Very well, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Risky. Thank you, sir.
Redirect.
Wow.
Clark.
Good morning.
Officer Risky, you got asked a whole lot of questions about what you've done in this investigation just now by counsel, didn't you?
Yes.
What's your job, sir?
Respond to the call, secure the scene. That's it. Make notifications.
You're a patrol officer, right?
That's correct.
And have you ever heard of the title of investigating officer?
Yes.
Can you tell us, is there a difference in the duties between an investigating officer and a patrol officer?
Yes, there is.
Tell us, what is an investigating officer supposed to do?
Just investigate the crime, take copious notes, and look at the evidence and write it down.
Mm-hmm. And does he direct the criminalists and tell them what evidence to collect?
Yes.
And does he direct the photographer and tell him what pictures to take?
Sustained. It's also he or she.
He or she? Person. Sorry. Who tells the photographer what photographs to take?
The detective.
The investigating officer?
Yes.
And who tells the criminalist what evidence to collect?
The investigating officer.
And who tells the print people where to take fingerprints and dust for prints?
The investigating officer.
And who is supposed to oversee the coordination with the removal of the bodies by the coroner?
The investigating officer.
Are you supposed to have anything to do with any of that stuff?
Not in this instance, no.
In this crime scene, you were the patrol officer who happened to be first one there.
That's correct.
So none of those things are supposed to be done by you.
No.
And that's proper procedure, not for it to be done by you.
That's correct.
And is it part of your duties to observe and make sure that all of these things we've just mentioned are done?
No.
Is it your duty to watch and see what is being done by the print people or the criminalist or a photographer or coroner?
No.
Now, the fact that you did not see photographs being taken inside the house, does that mean that they weren't taken?
No, it doesn't.
Did you stand guard inside the house to watch where the photographer went?
No.
Did you stand guard behind the house to watch and see what the photographer took pictures of?
No.
Did you stand guard in front of the house to see what the photographer took pictures of?
No, I didn't.
Other than taking photographs of bloody shoe prints, can you think of any other way to preserve them?
I beg to form that question. Sorry. Leading suggestion.
No.
You ever seen anybody go and break up the concrete to take the pieces of concrete so you can preserve bloody shoe prints?
No.
Slow down, Mr. Clark.
Sorry.
We're going really fast there.
Are you smoking? Okay.
Hey, Loris. You're so well now. Do it about you.
Now, your observations at the crime scene, sir, are you there to closely examine the bodies?
No.
What are you there to do when you make your observations as first officer on the scene?
So, notify the investigating officer of my observations and secure the scene, make sure nothing gets moved.
So, when you found that the passenger door of the Jeep was
This is just like a movie, like a scary movie.
not fully locked, would it have been proper for you?
Hey, Lori, thank you for coming in, man. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the subscribe. And I wish you all good night. All the
We don't
best.
know if it was locked. That's a conclusion. Was ajar was his testimony.
Was that? Thank you, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I don't. You didn't know if it was locked or not.
No, I didn't.
How was it then that you made the observation? Tell us what you saw about that door that made you think it wasn't fully closed.
There's a gap, probably inch and a half, 2 inches.
Yo,
between the
LB,
door
what's
and the
up?
body of the vehicle.
Okay, then if there was a gap so that the door was partially open, can you tell us how it could be locked?
No, I don't mean it was partially. I mean
Go ahead, ask the question, man. Go ahead, ask the question.
closed, but not closed all the way.
Okay, and if it wasn't closed all the way, can you think of a way it could be locked?
Do you know?
I don't know if it was locked or not. No,
Have you ever been able to? You've had experience with cars. You've driven a few, right?
a few.
Still driving a car?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been able to lock the door when it hasn't been fully closed?
Yes.
It's also a matter of common experience. Everybody here drives a car.
Glad that you're alive, man. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We're in LA.
That's true. It would have been proper for you to go and try and open that door?
No,
Why not?
because I get my fingerprints on the door and it'd disrupt the integrity of the crime scene again.
And you want to make sure that you don't do that until print people who come and
All right, LB. You're the man.
try and lift prints?
That's correct.
And you didn't see the print people try and get prints off the car, did you?
No,
That doesn't mean it didn't happen.
no,
You just didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
And with regard
LB, I'm a good dude, man. I'm a good dude.
to the ice cream, you didn't lift that cup.
No,
You didn't try and taste the ice cream.
no, I didn't.
Would it have been proper for you to do that?
No.
Why not?
Because again, it'd disrupt the integrity of the crime scene. I'm just make note of it and leave it alone.
Leave it there for the investigating officer or handling detectives to observe?
That's correct.
Now, about that ice cream, did you have any way of knowing how frozen it was when it was purchased?
No,
Do you know whether it was yogurt or ice cream?
no, I don't.
Thank you.
Could you tell by looking at it?
No,
Do you know whether Nicole Brown put it into the freezer when she got home and took it out just before she went outside and was attacked?
no.
Wow, thank you. Thank you.
Counsel,
I'm glad you like it.
Overruled.
Like and
do you
subscribe
know how
then.
long it takes for that particular brand to melt?
And share it.
Do you know how, do you know whether it was frozen in the middle and maybe melted around the sides?
There appeared to be a little bit of mass in the middle with a fluid surrounding it, but I don't know. Like I said, I didn't touch it.
Okay. So you don't know whether the core was still frozen?
No, I don't.
You know of any way to tell a difference between ice cream that's been melted for 2 versus 2.5 hours?
No,
Or 2.5 hours and 2 hours and 15 minutes?
no, I don't.
You know how anybody could tell the difference between that?
No.
Sustained.
Hmm.
All right, now you have a duty to, what is your duty with respect to, what is your duty with respect to writing the notes on what you observed at the crime scene?
Just general information, basic notes.
And so it's a general observation of what you saw?
That's correct.
Whose duty is it to write the more detailed crime scene notes?
The investigating officer.
Okay. Nevertheless, did you notice anything with respect to the spoon that was in that ice cream?
That was on the floor.
As though the ice cream had melted and it fell out?
Sustain.
Was the spoon near where the ice cream was on the banister?
It was on the floor directly underneath the ice cream.
With respect to any ring that might have been underneath the cup, do you have any way of knowing whether she used to rest cups on that banister a lot?
Sustain.
Okay, now you didn't see all of the photographs
Hello.
were taken, did you?
No, I didn't.
And the spoon that was near the that was on the ground, what did that appear to be to you?
It's a pink plastic spoon.
Okay. And did you associate that spoon with the ice cream cup?
Yes.
Why?
It's generally when you go get ice cream, that's the color of spoon you get. Pink plastic spoon.
And did you determine why that spoon was on the ground next to the cup?
No.
Did you pass on any observation with respect to that?
I told the investigating officer it looked like it just fell out when the ice cream melted.
And now you indicated that you didn't know what efforts had been made to notify the family of Ron Goldman or the family of Nicole Brown.
That's correct.
At the time that you were at the crime scene, sir, did you or anyone that you knew of know Nicole's maiden name?
I believe I ran a license plate on the Ferrari. It said Nicole Brown Simpson.
And from that, were you able to determine where her family was?
No.
At the time that you were at the crime scene, sir, did anyone know the identity of Ron Goldman?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
So to the best, so at the time that you were there, did anyone know how to make contact with his family?
No.
And you indicated that when you first entered the condominium, you thought that Mr. Simpson was involved. And by that you meant?
I meant maybe a relative or a friend or maybe a potential victim.
So you thought he was a relative or a friend of one of the victims
Right.
because of what you saw inside the condominium?
That's correct.
All right, now you did not see all of the photographs that were taken in this case, is that right?
That's correct.
And you weren't present when, so you have no idea when some of the photographs were taken that were shown to you?
Twice.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I won't. It's foundational, I'm going into another area.
All right, proceed. Thank you.
In your experience, sir, are photographs taken both before and after the coroner arrives?
Yes.
And has it ever occurred in your experience that removal of bodies from a scene will cause some evidence close to the bodies to be disturbed?
In my experience, they've actually picked up the evidence, tagged where it was at, removed the body, and put the evidence back, and took photographs.
But in your experience, have they taken photographs before the bodies were moved
Yes.
in order to preserve it exactly as it was found?
Right.
All roll.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
Your answer was yes? And then photographs are taken after the bodies are removed?
That's correct.
Ooh.
I have a moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
That's a long ass question. Yeah, it's crazy.
If I've asked this, I don't remember because this is not from today. What was it you saw in the condominium that made you believe that Mr. Simpson was related to one of the victims?
There was a lithograph of Mr. Simpson on the north wall. There was some family photos, and then the letter with the return address.
Thank you, sir. Now, you were not wearing gloves, were you, sir?
No, I wasn't.
And Detective Mark Furman, he was not wearing gloves, was he?
Not while I was there, no.
Okay. And Sergeant Rossi was not wearing gloves?
No.
And the detectives were not wearing gloves while you were there?
No.
Were they handling the evidence?
Not while I was there, no.
Were they collecting the evidence?
No.
Were they dusting for prints?
No, they weren't.
Were they lifting blood spots?
No.
Sir, you indicated that you did not touch the Jeep and you did not touch the cup in order to make sure that everything was preserved,
Right.
so that you wouldn't get your prints on it.
Right.
How much training did it take for you to figure out that you shouldn't touch evidence before the criminalist examines it?
Sustained. It's an argumentative question for your own witness.
Did it take a lot of training for you to figure that out?
No.
To the best of your knowledge, do all of these detectives know that as well?
Sustained. Sustained.
Purpose of your search inside the residence, sir, was that to examine it for evidence?
No, it wasn't.
What were you doing in there?
Looking for any other victims or a suspect.
So you were just trying to clear it in case there was somebody in peril or there was a suspect?
Hello, once again, welcome to my live stream. I'm just watching the OJ Simpson trial. Wow.
Right.
God.
You were asked by counsel about the Star 69 feature on the telephone, and that's the feature that registers incoming calls, and then it will immediately connect the caller to the last person who called.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay. Okay, then are you aware that no matter how many outgoing calls are made, that would not disrupt that feature because it registers incoming calls?
Sustained. Sustained. You just testified you had no idea what it is.
Can we approach, Your Honor?
Without
It's crazy. God, this trial is crazy. Wow, it is.
here.
Yeah, man.
Make sure that it stays. Mr. Darden, you get anything on the screen? I think we'll have to reboot after the recess.
Yeah, yep. Barbara Band, I'm good. Where are you from, my friend? What makes you think that I'm depressed? I'm not depressed, bro.
Gentlemen,
I'm
what
just
we
watching
have here,
the
you'll notice that we all have
the trial.
computer,
I'm not depressed yet.
screens on our desks. The attorneys have them. I have them.
I'm not depressed, Barbara. I'm just watching the trial. No. I'm not depressed. This is how I sleep, guys. This is how I sleep. I like to sleep in a red, everything red, and I like to watch like some documentary before I go to bed. You know, I like to watch some scary shit. And this trial, I think, is just very tricky.
This is so that when the testimony is taken down by the court reporter, we have an immediate readout as to what the testimony is, so that I can go back and check the last question or clarify things, and the attorneys have the same thing. And unfortunately, the prosecutor's connector came apart.
Barbara, where are you from?
It's called real-time reporting. Are we back online?
condominium when you first went inside,
That's correct.
but you had a rover with you.
Right.
Why'd you use the phone?
Because our rovers don't have telephone capabilities and we don't have phones in our cars. And I didn't want to broadcast over my rover that there was a possible double homicide involving a celebrity.
Why not? Why didn't you want to use your rover to do that?
Because the media would have beat my back up there.
I'm sorry?
The media would have beat all the additional officers there.
They would have gotten there before the additional officers? How come?
Because everybody knows they drive around with scanners and they respond to calls. I didn't want them to get there before we had a crime scene set up.
So the media has the frequency of your rover?
Right.
Has that happened to you before, that they've picked up on your rover?
All the time.
The shoes that you wore at the crime scene, sir, did someone later photograph the soles of those shoes so they could be compared to the bloody shoe prints found at the scene?
Yes.
And who was it that did that?
Detective Phillips.
And when did he do that?
It was either later that evening or the next day.
Wow.
All right, back on the record in the Simpson matter. All parties are present. Let's have the jury, please.
Five. 59, about People's 59.
It was 59. You guys like my light?
Now,
A red light.
In 59, does it look to you like the tennis shoes in a different position than it was in the one we just finished looking at, 55?
It's hard to tell from that angle.
You can't tell?
No.
Let's look at 59A. All we got was 59. This is People's 59? All right. Look at those tennis shoes on 59. Now, I want you to look closely at 59. You see those white tennis shoes there?
I see one tennis shoe on the top of another one.
All right. Does it appear to be white to you?
From this distance, yes.
Is that, well, you saw it that night. It appeared to be white to you? The
Well,
tennis shoe?
with the orange on it. I mean, the red or orange color.
The one, I want you to look at this one here. Do you see this appear to be white to you?
Yes.
Okay. And is that's the right tennis shoe you're seeing there?
I believe so.
And that appears to be the white, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is there a 59A? I want you to take a look at 59A. Oh, sorry. Now, this, Your Honor, is 59A. You see 59A?
Yes.
You see that white tennis shoe on there?
Yes, sir.
See the distance between that photograph, between the tennis shoe and that envelope?
Yes.
In this photograph, 59A, do you see any one of the tennis shoes by a glove in this photograph? I'm asking him, Your Honor, not her.
I see one of the tennis shoes underneath the plant.
Lois
Where
getting
is that?
Just to the left of the photograph, or to the right of the photograph in the middle.
You see, it appear to be white, the part you can see?
Yes.
Doesn't appear to be orange at that point, does it?
No.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
We would compare that photograph that you're looking at there now on the monitor with 56J. 56G, Your Honor. I keep calling it J. It's 56G. You see, in 56G, the tennis shoe appears to be almost touching the glove. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, based on Ms. Clark's questioning, sir, when you left the scene, you've already described for us that the bodies had not been moved. Is that correct?
Right.
In fact, you can't even tell us whether or not the coroner had been called, could you? And you know,
Whether he knows the coroner's been called.
you become very relevant.
Overall. Yeah, I understand.
Okay. You know from your experience that there's an obligation to call the coroner as soon as you arrive at the scene when they have dead bodies. You know that, don't you?
Objection, this is not the right witness.
Sustained. It's not relevant to this witness.
All right. Very well, Your Honor. At any rate, the bodies were still there when you left. Is that
Yes,
right?
sir.
And with regard to your previous experience, you told us that in other crime scenes, where a body's going to be moved, you've had situations
Turn in
where
the
the
slide
evidence was
on.
picked up, bodies moved, the evidence was put
Bro.
right back or marked where it was before. Isn't that correct?
Right.
You know it's important, is it not, to get the evidence right where it was and not be moved all around the scene. Isn't that correct?
It's close. As close to where it was as you can.
That's right. You wouldn't want to move the evidence. Isn't that correct?
Right.
And in looking at these so-called striation marks, does it appear to you that Mr. Goldman's body was dragged across that envelope? Did you notice that on some of those pictures, there's more dirt on the envelope than there were before the body was moved?
Objection, counsel testify, since that's not
I'm
evidence.
asking him.
Sustained.
All right, let me ask this question.
Rephrase the question.
Thank you, Your Honor. Did you look at the envelope that was on that, on the pictures? Let's just go up and pick a specific one. This is 56J. You seen 56J here?
Yes, sir.
And this is a photograph where the envelope has obviously been moved. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, with regard to 56J, let me get another photograph if I can. Now, you looked at 56J, right?
Yes, sir.
And I want you to look now at the monitor again. Does it appear to you there's more dirt and debris on that envelope at the time you were there and prior to it being moved, Mr. Goldman's body being moved?
It's not really a clear picture of the envelope.
Well, look at the envelope. See if you can tell.
Objection, Your Honor, the witness has said it's not a clear enough picture.
He's asked the witness to look at it more carefully.
Look at it more carefully and see if you see the same dirt that you see on 56J that you see on, what's the one on up there now, you're
This is, I think, 59.
59A.
Mr. Harris, can we focus that a little better?
It's the copy of the picture, it's a print.
All right.
This is 59.
Yes.
Can you tell?
I'm sorry, can we get a cover over that, because I'm getting a light reflection.
Can you tell from looking at 59 and compare that to 56H? 59 seems to have less debris on it than 56J.
It really looks about the same to me, sir.
It looks about the same to you. Does it look to you from those striations you were talking about that Mr. Goldman's body was dragged across these particular exhibits and the exhibits were not moved before his body was dragged across them?
Objection,
I can't tell from those striations.
Well, strike that. In Ms. Clark's questioning, was she seeking to infer through your testimony these items had been moved by the coroner?
I don't know what she was trying to infer.
You don't know what she was inferring? All right.
That's crazy.
Let's go back to basics. The evidence, as I described for you last week and today, was in fact moved from where you had seen it. Is that
Yes, sir.
correct? And based upon your training, evidence should not be moved by anyone at the crime scene. Isn't that correct?
Unless it's necessary, right?
And unless it's necessary?
Right.
Can you think of any reasons why it would be necessary to move somebody's evidence?
Well, if you take photos before and you have to get the bodies out, then you put it back and take photos again.
But you described for us that under that procedure you understood, you would then put it right back where it was. Isn't that correct?
Well, as close as you can.
Overruled.
When you try to put the evidence, would you intentionally put evidence in a different location than it had been, officer?
No.
You wouldn't do that, would you?
No.
Isn't it important for a jury or a trier of fact to have the evidence exactly the way it was?
Sustained.
One of the reasons that you put up the tape is so the evidence will not be interfered with and the integrity of the evidence is preserved. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
That's the whole reason for trying to preserve the scene, isn't it, sir?
That's correct.
All right. Now, with regard to the scene, you were shown these pictures. You were shown D 1011. So that's put up. And we've asked you earlier, you could not recognize this particular officer. Is that correct?
No.
But you have no doubt this is an LAPD officer.
I would assume from his uniform he is.
Similar to your uniform, right? Right?
Right.
All right. And in this particular photograph, we don't have the benefit of seeing whether the yellow marks are still up, do we?
No.
The yellow tape. But this officer's walking right up that walkway, isn't that correct?
That's correct.
And whether this photograph was taken by American Journal, hard copy, or 60 Minutes, it's still a photograph of that scene, the crime scene at Bundy, walking up that walkway where you found these bodies, right?
It's a picture of the scene. I don't know if it's a picture of the crime scene.
Well, is that Bundy?
Yes.
All right. Is that part of the crime scene?
If the crime scene was still in effect at that time.
All right. Well, there's still a police officer there, is that correct?
Right.
And the police stayed around there for a while that day, is that correct?
Right.
You had left at 7:15 and you never came back, did you? On that day?
Not when it was still a crime scene, no.
Yes.
And by the time, and at some point when you came back, that scene had been washed down. All the blood had been washed away, is that correct?
Right.
You can tell from this picture, D1011, that the blood had not been washed away yet, isn't that correct?
Right.
Now, you described for us how it would be good to try and preserve the evidence and various things because as the first officer on the scene, he just wanted to kind of preserve things till the detectives who were basically more experienced arrived. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And wouldn't it be helpful, though, if regard to this melting ice cream, if you had a picture of that ice cream, the condition it was in when you were there? No?
I think we've gone over
Well,
this.
she asked it, I don't want to argue that. That's leave. I know, but not this question, Your Honor. I'd ask leave to ask this question. That's leave, Your Honor. Did she ask a question with regard to this? And I think I've submitted to
Yeah, but I think I stopped both of you because we've gone through. We know there are no photographs, correct?
I don't know.
You didn't see any photographs taken. Next question.
All right. You were asked the condition of the ice cream by Ms. Clark about the mass and it was melting on the sides. Remember those questions?
Right.
Wouldn't the best evidence of the condition of that ice cream be a photograph of how it appeared when you saw it at 12:35 a.m. on June 13th, 1994?
Sustained.
Now, with regard to your going inside the premises, sir, and using the phone, so that we're clear, you could have in fact called your superior, Sergeant Rossi, on your rover, right?
Sure.
Some of the officers at the scene also had
Hi.
cellular telephones, did they not?
Not till
Random.
At some
Hi,
point they did,
Ashley.
but you don't know they had them at that point?
Welcome, my friend. Where are you from?
later. I found out later Sergeant Kuhn had one. And then detectives, when they showed up, had one.
Detective Phillips had one also, right?
Right.
But so that you wouldn't alert the press, you went inside and you used Miss Nicole Brown Simpson's phone, is that correct?
Not just for that reason, no.
I mean, but you used that phone.
Right.
Aesthetic B, thank you for the like. Hello.
Have any gloves on when you used the phone, did you?
Welcome again.
And with regard to
I'm doing good, man. I'm
prints on
doing
that
good.
phone,
Where are you from, my
you
friend?
use your prints on that phone, right?
Where are you from?
Were you seeking to preserve prints when you dialed the phone?
I really wasn't even thinking about Prince when I picked up the phone.
You weren't thinking about it at the time, right? Okay. And with regard to the redial button, if any, on that phone, you.
Sustained.
With regard to the star 69 feature on that phone, if any,
Sustained.
did you see on that phone an automatic dialer to the left of the phone that had dad and other numbers right to the left of that phone as you sat there and started to dial?
I don't recall.
That'd be very relevant.
Overall.
I don't recall.
You don't recall seeing an automatic dialer?
I really don't recall.
You don't recall? Did you ever see any pictures taken of the phone?
No,
Never?
no.
Now, with regard to the media and their ability to plug into the frequency, don't you have different frequencies? With the police department, you could use a different frequency where they couldn't monitor it?
We have tag channels, but
Couldn't you have used that to contact the,
I don't know if they can be monitored or not. I don't know if a tag channel can be monitored or not.
well, the TAC channel?
Right.
Is that what you call it, TAC channel?
Right.
And you didn't use the TAC channel, though?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, little traps. Okay. What are you doing, my friend?
Miss Clark showed you.
Yo, what up? What up, Jovan?
Why don't we save that for the officer who was maintaining the log?
Okay, Your Honor. I'll do that, Your Honor. Thank you very kindly.
Sure.
I'd like to ask this officer one other question. Sorry.
Certainly.
When you, with regard to the law at a scene, when you leave the scene, is it incumbent upon the officer to go to the person keeping the log and say, I'm leaving, check me out, when I come back, log me back in?
Yes.
That's the officer's responsibility, right? Right?
Yeah, yes.
All right. In speaking about the integrity of the evidence, Officer Risky, would you agree that if a body was dragged over key items of
Oh,
evidence
yeah.
in this case, there'd be a greater...
Are you sure you're the only one, only one here? All right, thank you then. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, my friend.
For contamination of that evidence, and if the evidence has been lifted up or moved?
Sustained. With this witness, counsel,
A lot of objection.
you can ask that question of the investigating officer, the detective at the scene.
Okay, Your Honor, I'll wait and I'll do that. But by the way, Officer Risky, you were asking questions about footprints in the area where that picture where Detective Furman had his foot and was pointing toward the so-called evidence. Have you ever seen a situation where a plaster of Paris casts are used to determine footprints? You ever seen
No, I
that?
haven't.
Your experience, your 4 years, you haven't seen that yet?
No.
And so that we're clear, as the first officer on the scene, Officer Risky, you were there to make observations and basically try to preserve the scene until the detectives... Yes, we can. Preserve the scene until the investigators arrived. Is that right?
Right.
Have you, in your experience, seen or been trained that the best evidence, preserving evidence at a scene, is the use of a videotape that would cover and show us everything in perspective? Have you been so instructed?
Overruled. Question is, has he been so instructed?
Been
Yeah,
so
I'm
instructed?
talking to you, my friend.
No.
I'm talking to you. I'm saying that thank you for being here, you know.
The crime scenes in which you have participated in the last 4 years, have you seen the LAPD use the videotape or video camera?
No, I haven't.
At no time?
No.
Yes, only
never
you,
went
my
to the
friend.
Rockingham scene on this date, did you?
No, I
Until
didn't.
late. All right. Thank you very kindly, Your Honor. It's another further.
Ms. Clark? And I assume we have our next witness on his or her way.
A lot of questioning going on. Yeah.
All right, People's 57.
Okay. This photograph, People's 57. You see the logo American Journal at the lower right-hand corner.
Yes.
You see the officer at the scene, at this, walking on this walkway, sir?
Yes, I do.
Does it appear to be broad daylight?
Yes, it does.
And the fact that an officer is still at the scene, does that mean that the crime scene is still intact?
No.
Has it, in your experience, occurred that officers have been at a scene where the crime scene tape is taken down and the crime scene is released?
Yes.
Hmm.
And especially at that particular scene, I think you indicated earlier on cross-examination, sir, that you went to Rockingham to assist in the traffic control at Rockingham?
But that was around midnight.
At Rockingham?
Right.
At midnight on June the 13th?
Right.
Why were you still working traffic control there at midnight?
Overall,
Because the news media is set up around Mr. Simpson's house, and the neighbors complained about noise and traffic congestion.
And so what about at Bundy? Was there traffic control being coordinated at Bundy as well?
We had Bundy shut down for a time,
The whole street shut down.
from Dorothy to Gorham.
And was that while you were there?
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, was traffic control maintained there for some time after that?
she asked to his knowledge if he knows.
We opened it up before I left.
Okay. And then what about media control, though, and crowd control? Was that still something being done at Bundy?
There was no media or crowd when I left. I don't know.
That's 7:15.
Right.
Were you there later in the day?
Again, it'd be between 11:15 and midnight.
In Bundy?
Right.
Thank you, little
And when
Traps.
did you
Thank
see
you
it
for the
Bundy at 11:15
subscribe.
or midnight on June the 13th?
Wow, thank you.
People standing on the sidewalk taking pictures. It said, free OJ
Do you have any video you want me to react?
or onlookers.
So there was still people crowding around Bundy at midnight on June the 13th?
That's correct.
Overall.
Good enough.
Wow, this LAPD are getting cooked by a judge. Bro, that's crazy. It's really crazy. Bro. Hmm. Mm. Let me see. Yeah, thank you for the subscribes. Thank you. I'm just trying to see what is going on here. Mhm. Oh, you're the only one talking. What are you doing, my friend? Thank you for coming and talking to me, my friend. Oh, are you the only one liking too? You're liking my things. Thank you very much. Okay. August 29. I want to see this guy. What is he talking about? Oh, really? Do you like it though?
Number 1. 2, 3, the third column. On the third column, I can see
Thank you, guys.
Column number 3. 1, 2, 3.
Someone said this
I
is
see
dumb.
imprint evidence. Column number 1, number 2, number 3. I can see imprint evidence along this column. Now, Dr. Lee, in terms of the imprints that you described for us before on the envelope, the piece of paper, on the jeans,
Oh, you're asking my opinion on Palestine? Palestine need to be free. What is the purpose of this life? There's no purpose on it. It's just like asking somebody what is the purpose of being alive. You know, I don't. There's no purpose. It's just a part of me being alive, part of me enjoying. I thought like, well, before I go to bed, I need to just talk to. I need to just watch this video and talk to you guys. No purpose at all. Okay, okay. I can add you, but I don't know how to do it. Can you request? If you request me, I can add. How do you add? Highlight. Oh. Just if you know how to do it, let me know. I can add you, my friend. And if you have any video that you want me to react before I go to bed, just let me know. I can also do that. And my friend who's asking about Palestine, you know what? I want to see my Palestinian people be free. I want to. I am praying for you guys to be independent and to be free and to live with your family. And yeah,
are those consistent with having been made in blood?
Sustain.
With respect to blood, right, are the imprints consistent with having been made in blood? Yes. Now, are there methods
this lawyer is serious. Oh, you can't
that
request.
are available to a forensic
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
scientist?
I think. What is your name again? Jericho Ferris. I think I was supposed to add you before I start the live. You know what I mean? So next time, just let me know. I will do that. Just subscribe and just comment or do something. I can add you. Okay? Listen to this lawyer. This lawyer is a good lawyer. I wanna little trap.
And examining imprint evidence at a crime scene that have been made in blood to visualize them. Yes.
Oh my god, I'm sleepy, guys.
Now, calling your attention again to 583A, and the scene is depicted here. What techniques could have been used on June 13th with respect to enhancing imprint evidence here?
Beyond the scope, irrelevant.
Sustain.
All right, what techniques are you talking about for enhancing imprint evidence?
Jerry Show, don't forget to subscribe and like. I will start doing this live and I will be adding people. People like Lil Traps. I will be adding you guys. You guys will be coming on and I will be inviting you to share your opinion about anything, just about anything. And if you want me to react to any video, just let me know. I will do that. Now, right now, I'm just reacting to OJ Simpson trial. Yeah, bro. Oh, okay, I see, no problem at all. Don't worry about it. We shall we
The crime scene.
Beyond the scope, irrelevant.
Sustain. Was not in response to a question. That statement. There's also a line, we discussed this before.
What? Mr. Goldberg asked you about techniques that can be used in terms of photography for visualizing imprint evidence or potential footprint evidence at the crime scene. You recall those?
Yes, I recall
All right. In your opinion, and you were asked questions about what you did on June 25th. Do you recall that?
Yes. Vague, overbroad reading. Right.
In terms of what
This guy
rules
is a
you
good
were
lawyer.
to lay out? Do you remember that?
Yes.
All right. And what were the proper techniques for photographing and visualizing imprints? Remember those questions?
No, you can comment, but like sometimes I feel like when you say your age, the YouTube you know, like the YouTube may consider that you're underage, you shouldn't. But I don't know. Go ahead, you can comment, you can say whatever you feel like saying, man. Don't worry about it.
With adequate time, what techniques
And don't forget to like and
used
share.
to enhance and visualize and photograph imprint evidence?
Same objection.
Existing. You can go into the photographic aspect.
Well, if you mentioned something.
Can you hear what the lawyer is saying? Can you hear what he's saying?
Yes. Is that an enhancement technique?
Sustain.
If an enhancement method such as otolidine is used,
Sustain. No. Sustain.
Little Traps, where are you from? Tell me, where are you from?
are there techniques that can be used so that when photographing imprint evidence, there can be better visualization?
Sustain.
May we approach on?
No. We're not going into other techniques.
It's not a question of other techniques.
Proceed.
Dr. Lee, you indicated that
I can dab.
by the
I don't even know how to dab, my friend.
about the color of imprint evidence you saw on the walkway on pictures you took on June 5th,
Thank you, bro.
June 25th, compared to photographs
Oh,
that
really?
you saw on June 13th. You recall?
What is it? Is that the way you guys dab?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what
Thank
is
you.
the assume that
Okay,
imprints have been
okay.
made
Since
on
I'm
the
ending
body.
this up, let me dab again.
What
Shoop.
effect
And then
does
shoop.
the passage of time have?
Thank you for the sub, by the way. I sleep now. Good night. All right. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night. Have a good.
We'll start
Thank you for the
age.
like, my friend. Thank you very much.
It become grayish,
Both arm like that
darker color.
or like that.
And
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
would an
This
imprint
is-
that was
this
made
is-
lightly in blood on one day, when examined
Wow.
14 days later,
Little Trap, you've been here for a long time. You're
was
supposed to be
darker than
liking
it
it.
did when first
You're
left?
supposed to be liking the live. I thought like you like it long time ago. You're supposed to like it so that people can, you know, a lot of people can come and join us. I don't know. I don't know.
Foundation.
When you say
Little Trap, when do you go to bed?
imprint evidence in blood gets darker over time, what is the basis of that opinion?
Basically, the protein and heme of the hemoglobin start react. Oxidation process, it become more visible. Initial deposit is less contrast, less visible. Unless
Oh,
you
look at you.
in aging, this aging processing will make it more visible.
So, in other words, over time, as the proteins degrade,
Okay, thank you for the like,
the
my friend.
imprint becomes darker and more visible.
Sustain.
Don't have a bedtime. Oh, okay.
I can't do that. I'm not.
You understand it. Ask a question.
So, what is the relationship between the breakdown in protein and the color of imprints made in blood over time?
In order to see it, to recognize it, you have to distinguish from the background color versus the imprint pattern color. if two colors very close, sometimes human eyes cannot resolve. You can't see it.
Oh, you going?
Well, you cannot.
Thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much.
However, when the time goes by, the denaturation of protein,
Remember, just
breakdown, also the bacterial reaction, everything. Now, this area
to be safe, okay?
area, if made in blood,
Just be safe out there.
with the background. Because background, if no protein, no blood, don't form a breakdown, stay in the same color. Meanwhile, the decomposition of the blood, everything become darker, so now you can see it.
Now, you were asked questions about how you took photographs and visualized imprint evidence on June 25th. Do you recall those?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, if you had more time, what techniques could you have used to, with respect to photographing imprint evidence?
Same objections.
Sustained.
Were you limited in any way in what you could have done on June 25th in terms of visualizing and photographing imprint evidence?
Yes.
In what way?
Your Honor, same objections.
There are three limiting factors. The first is the amount of time available to me. Second is the restriction. I wasn't allowed to edit something, remove something, or cut something. The third, of course, I don't travel with my crime scene bag with me. So with that limited factor, I only can use a measuring tape and camera, catch the image, whatever available.
Oh, okay. Welcome back again.
In terms of, you were asked, now 1337A is a photograph of the shoe print, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt in your mind that that is a shoe print of a parallel line pattern?
No.
Is that a scientific fact?
Yes.
Now, other imprints that you saw on the walkway were not in the complete pattern of the shoe print.
I cannot come here to tell you those are definitely shoe.
Now, enhancement techniques,
Didn't mean to type though.
they reveal.
Oh no, you're good, man. You're always welcome to type anything you want to type, man. Any suggestion from you is just welcome.
What one sees with the naked eye in terms of imprints made in blood.
Same objection.
Yeah, bro.
Sustained.
Boom, 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 boom.
Now, Dr. Lee, you were asked on cross-examination questions about, withdrawn. And finally, on 580,
People need to like this shit.
598A,
This shit is fire.
yellow marker. You've indicated that what you see as imprint evidence is something in this row of tiles that is leading in a trail back to the rear of the
Welcome everyone.
location.
Leading in the state's testimony.
Sustained.
In which direction, just visualizing in this photograph, looking from the yellow arrow towards the step area,
What do you mean?
between those two markings, the yellow arrow and the step area, do you see a series of images that could be imprint evidence?
Yes.
Could that be consistent with a trail of imprints heading out the back of the Bundy location?
Calls for speculation, Your Honor.
Cool.
could be consistent.
That's a
I cannot
shit.
tell you exactly what pattern.
Oh
what
yeah, I
pattern.
said something like that.
Dr. Lee, you were asked a series of questions about the absence
But I
of
don't mean to.
evidence of crime scene techniques.
I didn't
You
mean
recall
to
that?
curse. You know.
Yes,
And
States the testimony.
Yeah.
you mentioned in your chart before something known as recognition.
Counsel's not going to ask questions, and I asked him about the shark, which should be allowed to read the stand.
Oh yeah.
You recall your discussion before on cross-examination about recognition
yes,
and collection, preservation, and documentation.
that's correct.
Right? Now, in terms of
Bro,
the absence of evidence, if
I'm not sure if I'm allowed or not.
imprints are not recognized, documented, preserved, and collected by criminalists, does that mean they are not there?
Beyond the scope argument.
No, they're not, definitely not means not there. May be presence, however, lack of a documentation.
Yes, I am.
Or collection, nothing I can do about it.
Motion to strike the last part of his answer.
Now, with respect to the imprints on the envelope and the piece of paper, you were asked some questions in cross-examination about cuffs and fabric. You recall
Oh
that?
man.
Yes, sir.
Now, you examined Mr. Goldman's boot.
Yes,
Could Mr. Goldman's boot be the source?
Yes, I'm
of the
allowed. I'm allowed.
imprints?
Yep.
Asked and answered beyond the scope.
But I should not say it. Even though I'm allowed, I should
Goldman's
just
shirt,
avoid saying
could
it.
that be the source of the power line imprints?
Asked and answered beyond the scope.
Was asked and answered once before, Counsel.
I'm sorry?
We have that question and answer.
Yes, yes, yes.
But this is
All right, if you
examination based on fabrics.
It's already there. It's redundant.
You could say that about, this is.
Proceed.
Say that about everything.
Proceed.
You were asked about fabrics making imprints. You recall that on cross-examination.
yes, sir.
Is there any fabric that you found at the crime scene that could have made the imprints on the envelope and the piece of paper?
Asked and answered.
No, I did not observe any similar pattern.
And an answer,
Yeah, this shit is getting. What is it? It's getting nowhere. It's too long. Yeah, my friend. Okay, guys. What do you guys want to talk about before I go to bed? All right. Hey, if you guys have anything that you want me to react before I go to bed, I can do that. You know, I'm free, especially in the weekend. Nothing. You don't want me to react to nothing. You don't want me to say anything. Okay. It's always good to say something about anything. Yeah. Can you guys like and share this shit? Oh, I made a mistake and said the S word again. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. We're just trying to. Oh, man. Yeah, what kind of. Is there anything that I can play without.
examination, you were asked about fabrics making such an imprint. And you said something about the necessity.
Just one person?
in these imprints on the envelope and the piece of paper for direct contact and a certain amount of force and no movement. You recall that?
Yes.
Yeah, but the point of
Can you
streaming
please
is
explain that
taken to
answer?
is taken to chat. Yes. You're right. That's why I'm trying to get you guys to say something. You know. Yeah, I'm with you. You're absolutely right, Little Traps. You're absolutely right. The point of doing this thing is to chat. Yeah, I want you to give me anything, any idea that you would like to me to see you react. Oh, Patriot the God. Thank you for the like. Somebody is liking my video. I think it's Patriot the God. Hi, my friend. How are you? Where are you coming from? Where are you from, guys? Where are you guys from? Thank you for joining me live. How are you? I am doing good, Patriot. I am doing good. How are you doing? Okay, you're from USA. Okay, where in USA, my friend? I think Lil Trap is also from USA. Do you like my live stream? If you do, just like and share. Yeah, you're from America too. I thought you're from Latin America. California, man. California. Are you from LA or from some other part of California? What do you like about California, my friend? What do you like? Oh my God! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I like people like you. I like people who give me a sub. Yes, you're from LA, man. You're from LA. Man, you look like you like football, man. Or nothing? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. You look like you're a big fan of I don't know, the Eagle. What's that? Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Oh yeah, I see that. I see that, my friend. I see that. So close to 3K subscriber. Oh yeah. I'm just starting right now. I'm gonna get there. I love the part. Okay, that's wonderful. Oh yeah, that's why your name is Patriot the God. Patriot the God. Thank you, thank you. I'm close to 3K, man. Little Trap, I'm close to 3K. That's why you need to subscribe and share with your friends so that they can subscribe so that I can get to 3K. Guys, tell me what can I do to get to 3K? Yes, guys, I need an idea. I need any idea to get to 3K or to 10K actually. I need to get to 10K, guys. I need to start creating something. Yeah, Patriot, man, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll be coming to LA very soon, man. The question is, where are you from? Oh, where am I from? I don't know. Do you know where Cameroon is? I'm from Cameroon, my friend. I'm from Cameroon. Cameroon is in a Central African country. I'm from Cameroon. And right now it is midnight in Cameroon. Yeah. But right now I'm in Chicago, though. Right now I live in Chicago. But originally I'm from outside of the United States of America. Okay, guys. Yeah. But the question is, okay. I'll be coming to LS very soon. Chicago is not cool though. Chicago is very cold. Oh, somebody's liking the things. Thank you for the like and thank you for the subscribe. Guys, share the thing. Yeah, share the thing and tell me what's going on. Patriot the God. What time is it over there? What time is it? All right. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. I don't know why people keep liking my shit. Okay. It's just 1 hour difference. It is 10:30. You should do something people are interested to. Okay, like what? Like what, for real? For real. Tell me. Like, what do you want me to do? What are the things that people are interested to? Tell me. I want to see if your idea work there. Okay. Is that what people are interested to? I don't know. I want to do some I don't know, some shit that people are interested to. So a day, do a day. Oh, really? Okay. A little trap. Do you agree with him? Do you agree with Patriot the God that I should do the day? Call McDonald's. Do you want me to call McDonald's and do what? Do 5 push-up. 5 push-up in the middle of night? Like really? Well, I can do it. I can do it sometime, but I don't know. Yeah. 5 push-up. Okay, that's a good idea. So a day and then 5 push-up. What else? What else? Is there anything that I can do while being on a bed? Like, like I'm just on my bed, like before I go to sleep. Is there anything that for lazy people, like for somebody who don't want to do a lot? If I don't want to do push-up or, I'm just being lazy. Asthma. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah. The silent asthma or what is it? Asthma. Do I need to just talk to people? Do I need to eat something? What is it? What kind of little trap? You didn't tell me where you're from. Yes, do asthma. Oh, really? Okay. What kind of asthma do you want me to do? Do you want me just to? Yeah. Do you want me just to sit like that and then be silent and close my eyes and do some shit like or some shit like that? Yeah. Yeah, I do like football. Eating maybe. Oh God, I hate eating. I do like football. My team is Raven. Baltimore Ravens. We're supposed to be winning this past year, but you know, we were not lucky. Raven. I'm a big fan of Raven. Guys, I'm a very big fan of Raven. Oh yeah? Yeah. Lamar Jackson is the guy, man. Is Lamar Jackson the best quarterback right now? Who's the MVP actually? Who's the MVP? Who's the current MVP? Lamar Jackson or some other dude. I like soccer too. I like soccer. What is your favorite team? Do you like USA national team? I have to go by. Okay. Okay, my friend. Okay, my friend Patriot. Thank you. Once again, thank you. Thank you for the subs and thank you for joining me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my friend. Do like and to share. Do like and to share. Do like and to share. Okay. Why can't you stay? Okay. Lamar Jackson. People are crazy, my friend.
pattern. And the amount has to be just right. Something has to be have similar
Microphone is streaming.
pattern.
Oh, not really. Not really. I'm trying to find a way to make money while streaming. But right now, I'm not making anything, my friend. I'm just streaming for the sake of it. I'm just doing it for fun. I just post video and go, stream. Yeah. How many subscribers do you have in your channel?
You have to apply to the surface with certain pressure. I did not see any movement. In other words, it's not a smear. It has to be direct application with certain pressure, just like when you stamp something. I think we're finished.
Dr. Lee, you were asked certain questions on cross-examination about DNA testing. You recall those?
DNA?
DNA.
Yes.
Dr. Lee, are there correct ways to do DNA testing and incorrect ways to do DNA testing?
Yes.
All right? And if DNA testing is done properly, in your opinion, with RFLP and PCR, can it be reliable evidence?
That's my position all the time. DNA, if do
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I will be doing that. I will be doing that soon, guys. Is my voice? I don't think my voice is a good voice for asthma. I think, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some practice and then try to do it. Hopefully, it's gonna work for me, or it's gonna work for all of us. Oh, thank you for the like. Thank you for the like, guys. Yeah.
correctly should be used as evidence.
All right? If done improperly, can it be unreliable?
If done improperly, then should not be used.
This is hand asthma.
You were asked questions about forensic scientists, molecular biologists, and having a say as to proper DNA methods. You recall those questions?
Yes.
And you said that forensic scientists should have a say on the methods that are used for the forensic application of DNA testing.
As a forensic
You just do
scientist,
satisfying
any-
sound. Okay. I need to get something.
Yes.
I need
And
to
you were
get
asked,
some sounds.
You were asked about. Well, let me ask you.
Maybe I
in
should
terms
buy
of,
something.
You said, and is it your opinion? What is your opinion about about forensic scientists and whether they should have a say in terms of what are the proper methods for doing forensic DNA testing?
What I'm saying, as a forensic scientist, we're the one conduct the testing, we're the one look at the sample, we're the one evaluate the sample. So therefore, as a forensic scientist, we should have some saying in a committee, in a national meeting, international meeting, determine the procedure, the method, and the type of analysis we perform. As a forensic scientist, we should have some saying. That shouldn't be just by other field of experts.
Maybe people will like your content. Maybe. Thank you very much. If you like my content, that means people will like my content too.
Geneticists who are from clinical testing.
I'm just trying to get it.
They all have certain role, even attorneys.
People will
also
like
have
it.
certain roles.
People
in
will
the
like
DNA
it soon.
applications.
And the NRC panel in which you served had representatives from all these groups.
Yes, sir.
Now, you were shown a picture that's 596 on cross-examination of the socks in Mr. Simpson's bedroom. You recall that?
Yes, sir.
Are you taking requests? Yes, I'm taking requests. What do you yeah, I hope you get famous. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's an excellent.
TT, I'm taking requests. What do you want? Any request, anything, any video you want me to react?
I cannot determine any blood stain on there.
So you cannot determine any blood stain on there or not.
Dr. Lee, you know Professor Herbert McDonald.
Yes.
Yes.
What is your opinion of his expertise?
Tomato now?
Questions on cross-examination
What is tomato now?
about
Is it a movie?
Professor
What is it?
McDonald and
I'm not familiar with it. Let me
interpretations
Google
of
it and
the
see what is it. What you
stain's
mean by
clause.
it?
Yes. And
Tomato?
what is your opinion of Professor McDonald and his
Tomato now.
expertise in the area of bloodstain interpretation?
He have a
Really?
great amount of experience and did a lot of experiment in the past. Published a book involving
Titi, just explain to me what do you mean tomato now? You know,
And did you examine the socks with
you
Professor
probably make Marge. Really?
Yes, we did.
Sure about it?
Did you see the red balls depicted in photomicrographs that he testified?
You sure?
Yes,
You take those pictures?
I took those pictures.
You sure? I will start. I can try.
With the testimony of Professor McDonald, that in terms of the mode of transfer, which I believe was the
Oh, okay.
question on
Okay, I see
cross-examination,
what you say.
that this
Hey, little trouble. What does he
mode of
mean by
transfer
tomato
here with
now?
respect to
Do you
the
know?
ankle stain on the socks
Do you know what he means
was
by
side
saying
2
tomato now?
having come into contact with side 3.
Misstates the evidence, also calls for speculation, no foundation.
Yes,
Now, you were asked some questions on cross-examination about hair and trace evidence in the soil exemplar and other samples. You recall those?
Yes.
correct.
And you recall some testimony, some questions on cross-examination about hair and trace evidence in the jury box.
Yes.
Tomato now.
Now, Dr. Lee, if one were to drop a garment of some sort into the jury box area,
Rodney Marge, what's
would it
up?
be likely that hair and trace from some members of the jury panel might adhere to
Where are
the
you
garment
from?
collected later?
In theory, if I have a transfer, have a contact, if the receiving surface
Hope
and
you
the
get.
process surface, those
Thank you,
have
little
hair or
traps. I
fabric,
hope you
now
do
have a
too.
cross transfer.
Now, you were asked some
Hope you
questions
do too.
with respect to linkage. You recall those four-way linkage?
Thank you for the prayers.
Now,
Rodney
in terms of trace evidence and linkage,
Morash.
does the integrity of the evidence collection have some importance in terms of forming links in that four-way linkage diagram?
Yes,
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
if those trace evidence was not preserved properly, collect properly, things can missing, things can get cross-contaminated, a false linkage may be resolved.
And in terms of problems in recognition, preservation, collection, and documentation, if there is contamination of evidence or failure to recognize evidence, can that affect that four-way linkage?
Yes,
And if some links in that four-way linkage, if some evidence is not even genuine, can that affect the four-way linkage? We have the boot.
One day it will happen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I believe you. Don't forget when it happens, just remind me so that I can tell the world that you was here
I think this was a people's exhibit.
long time before it happened, or you were there before it happened. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
This is a series of 3 photographs that I know was shown to the witness on cross-examination. But
Rodney Marsh,
step down.
TT, oh, never mind.
We have that as 594.
594. Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee, you were asked some questions with respect to these cuts on the boot. Do you recall those? Yes. And you were given some hypothetical about riding bicycles or reclining in chairs, things of that nature. Do you recall that? Yes, sir. Well, first, let me ask you, pointing to the photograph on the upper left-hand side of that cut, was that made with a sharp instrument? Is that, in your opinion,
I was
a fresh
supposed to
cut?
go out today, but I decided not to go out and just to sit inside and try to go live and talk to you guys.
What is the relationship between, if any, that you can see between
My
the
YouTube
damage,
short is just
caused by
bunch
what
of,
were called
I
in
don't
the
know,
photograph, the penetrating
some
cut and the damage on
things
the
that are going around the globe. It's just about, like, everything that is going political is about global politics. Everything that is going around the globe, just cut it and put it on YouTube. Yeah, it's about Iran, Israel, everybody. So
These two damage are different.
yeah, guys, today I was supposed to go outside. Today is a Friday, but I don't feel like going outside. I decided to just sit down and watch this documentary or this trial of OJ Simpson.
A piece of
I think is
material disappear on the surface. This one is much superficial in a slightly wavy pattern. Debris
we can try and get a shout out.
into this wavy pattern.
Okay, okay, that's a good idea.
No debris can be observed.
Shout out to you, shout out to you, shout out to you, my friend.
Force-wise, is much greater force.
Shout out to Little Traps.
And is there any question you were asked
Shout
on
out to you, my
cross-examination
friend.
that changes your opinion that this is a fresh cut with a sharp instrument?
No, will not change my observation.
I can start going live and giving. I want to see if I can. Oh,
You were
beam.
asked some questions about the Bruno Magli, what has been identified as the Bruno Magli shoe print, correct? Now, and
It
in
is
the
cold
course of your
outside
answers,
with
you
a
were,
famous YouTuber. Oh, okay,
discussing
okay.
the need
Who
for
do you think I should
side-by-side
do?
comparisons. Remember those answers in
I should do the
cross-examination?
shout out.
Yes.
Who?
Could you please
Any
explain
suggestion? Any YouTuber that you think can accept?
If we see an imprint at the scene, you will recognize, see that imprint. If we document that, now we have an imprint.
It's not the
We
right
know
time.
where they come from. We can identify. Say this
Somebody is calling my
Bruno
phone right
Magli
now.
or Reebok.
ISO speed. Do you know ISO speed?
That's called identification. Or after our shoes, that's called identification. Now you need a known shoes. Compare side by side. Not only look at the size, dimension, pattern.
Who?
That's
Like
called
who? Do you
general
think
comparison.
ISO speed?
Just give you a general thing. Just like you at the sea, you see a fingerprint. That's a general
ISO speed is a
characteristic.
good guy. ISO speed has like
To establish
around
individualization,
23 million.
you need a known fingerprint from somebody to make a comparison. Either
Maybe
the
someone with
them
1
or
million
the
subscriber. How many subscribers do you have?
a imprint evidence
You can help me
made on the shoe,
get there.
we need a shoe to compare side by side.
Give me a shout out, my friend.
If we can link that shoe to that imprint, then that's called achieve individualization.
Oh, you got
Dr. Lee, you
290?
were
Okay.
asked some
That's a lot.
on
That's a
cross-examination
lot.
with respect to the transfer stains on the bindle from item 47. You recall those?
Yes.
That's a
And
lot.
you were also asked some questions about some charts that appear in a publication.
I'm almost
entitled
about to get 3K,
Experiments in
3K,
Practical
man.
Exercise in
But
Blood-Stain Pattern Analysis by Labor Epstein.
I don't know when am I
Labor and Epstein, recall that.
gonna get there.
Your
I want to
Honor,
be able to get to
I
30K
don't know if Mr. Goldberg marked these. I know
by the end of
it's
this year.
not on there.
Help me get there. I don't know how to do it, but I want to be able to get to 30K, guys.
All right, then I'd like to mark this as defendant's next in order. 1363?
1363.
Thank you. I thought it's the hearing that goes first, isn't it? May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Okay, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I wish you
Are you familiar with,
all the best. Stay safe and have a wonderful night.
Yes.
now, Mr. Goldberg asked you about drying times with different kinds of materials under different conditions. Do you recall that?
Yes.
All right, now, on this study,
So you leave right now,
there are
bro?
a series of experiments performed for different amounts of
Yeah. What do you mean, my
Yes.
friend?
one being
So
a
I
single
leave
drop,
right now.
one
I'm
being
live
1
right now.
milliliter of
Yeah.
blood, one being 5 milliliters
Think I'm
of
live
blood,
right now.
one being 100 milliliters of blood.
Yes, sir.
And then there are a series of materials listed on the chart. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And out of the materials listed, which one would be the most comparable to the swatches at issue in this case?
Yeah. I'm not familiar with YouTube Live too. I'm just trying it right now. Nobody is doing YouTube Live, so I'm the only one right now doing it. I don't know what it is. I'm
This
just
is
trying it.
Condition 1, 55 minute. Condition 2, 50 minute. Condition 3, 350 minute.
Right? And 350 minutes would be
Approximately 6.
Everyone is on
6
TikTok Live.
and
I think I'm the only one. I don't know what to call it, I guess. Yeah, I don't even know what to call it. Everybody is doing a TikTok right now, so I decided to come here and try YouTube Live, and it is working, but
Condition 3.
people don't people are not used to
Laboratory
YouTube
with air
Live.
movement, temperature 38 degree Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but thank you for coming in. Please don't forget to like and share and subscribe.
Relative humidity 80% plus minus 6%.
And tell me, where are you?
plain English, is that a
Where are you
cold,
from?
damp room?
Yes, sir.
Is that something close to precipitation?
Yes, sir.
Now, what about
Oh, thank you, my
condition
friend.
one
Thank you,
and
my friend.
condition 2?
Thank you for the subscribe.
Condition 1 says laboratory
Thank you for the
work table.
subscribe. I'm trying to get to 5K. San Diego. Wow, San Diego is very far. I never been to San Diego, but I would like to be there one day. I live in Chicago right now.
Would that be what would be ordinarily referred to as room temperature in a laboratory?
Yes, sir.
And what is condition 2?
Condition 2, it says drying hook with good air movement, temperature 76 degree Fahrenheit plus minus 2 degree, relative humidity 44% plus minus 2%.
So, for a single drop of blood, then, under condition 1,
Guys, I was told that
normal room temperature,
I am the only guy whose live is streaming
is the drying time is 55
on YouTube. Quite beautiful sunny day here today. Well, it was few hours ago. Okay.
Under
Okay,
condition
that's
2,
cool. Chicago. I live in Chicago right now, and Chicago was also
15.
a little bit sunny, but it was windy. So the reason why I can't go outside is because it's the weather is not good. So I would like to go
Is
to
your understanding
San
that
Diego
each
and
of these
enjoy the
blood drops is a single drop
sunny days and good
based
weather.
on photographs that you've seen? The so-called items 47, 48, 49, 50, and 52. Based on the photographs, what do they appear to be?
quite beautiful. Yep.
How many drops are there in a milliliter?
Can be a lot of drops. And let's say we use a 0.005 as a norm. Of course, it's variable. It's a wide range of little drop, big drop, as I demonstrated to you before. Let's say we assume a norm 0.05 cc, that's almost 20 drops.
Maybe one day, big beautiful war. I'm told. Oh, okay.
Dr. Lee,
One day, one day.
you were asked some questions about the
One day.
closed-in area of the Bundy.
What do you do there? What do you do there? Do you study? Do you go to school or do you walk?
Absence of evidence and bloodstain patterns on cross-examination. Recall those?
Yes.
You recall that chart with the red tape you were asked to connect lines to?
Yes, sir.
And
Guy,
you
everybody
recall
who's
the,
coming here, please like and subscribe and share. I think this YouTube live streaming will be big, just like TikTok. So I'm trying to jump
that description is sort of like
before,
a baseball diamond.
jump in before everything,
So far, it's just two parts of the
before it get big.
I don't
So-
play that much baseball. I don't know a baseball diamond.
Well, let me ask you this, Dr. Lee.
Landscape and custodian. Okay, okay.
Environment. Closed-in environment.
I was told that mortgage
With
and
hand-to-hand
rents
combat.
are very expensive
With
to live in
multiple stab wounds.
San Diego.
Bloodstains in different places.
That a one bedroom, one bathroom can cost you around $3,000. That's crazy, but that's what my friend told me.
Smears.
Oh, we have around 2 people right now.
Cast off
Guy, it's not easy to go live on YouTube, you know.
with the key in one area, keeper in another area.
I used to work in a school,
In
okay?
that kind of struggle, do you have an opinion as to whether or not an assailant or assailants
Yes.
would be covered with blood from the struggle?
Yes,
What is that opinion?
in theory, should have some blood.
YouTube is crazy, guy.
Dr. Lee, in terms of
I have to live in the same area for 50 years. Same half. My rate is wow.
the fact that
That's crazy. That means you own your house and everything, and
print evidence
you don't need to rent. I mean, for people
on the envelope,
who's been living, for people who have been living there for 50 years, I guess it is easy for you guys. I mean, for somebody who is new, it's gonna be crazy. It's not gonna be easy.
June 13th.
Everything will be crazy expensive, you know. You're not gonna be able to buy a house. I mean, I was told that most of the houses are just cost above $1 million. So
Did you see anything in LAPD records indicating that there was a wet transfer on the item 47 bindle?
No,
MFT 760. I like your name, by the way.
Not recorded on the LAPD notations mean that it wasn't there.
Oh my God.
Dr. Lee, is there
YouTube need to up, you know, step up.
and
YouTube need to step up and compete with TikTok. They need to, like, you know,
question in your mind?
make this shit
The existence
really
of
work.
that wet transfer is a scientific fact.
This YouTube live streaming, they need to make it work, really.
that's scientific fact.
Is there any question in your mind that
What is this highlight?
the blood swatches
Save it to your
such
channel
as
as
you have
you
in this
unlisted video up
case
to
after 3
okay.
hours should be dry?
Wow. guy, everyone who is here,
Under normal
please.
condition,
I don't know if you tap the screen or you just like the stream. Hopefully, it's gonna.
something less than
It is
2
same
hours,
basic
maybe
concept
between
as TikTok. Oh, really?
an hour to
Oh,
3
wow,
hours.
that's crazy.
Might they leave?
You know, TikTok. Everybody's on TikTok right now. Everybody left YouTube to
What
go to
time's this
TikTok,
next?
and now that TikTok is famous, I guess YouTube also want to
Are you familiar with the
behave
testimony
like
of
TikTok. So now
Ms. Mazzola and Mr.
I
Fung?
think everybody will be back to YouTube
The
with
swatches that they took out of test tubes were
especially
wrong.
with the TikTok ban that is gonna happen in the coming days. So
yes.
I'm trying to be here. I'm trying to be the first people to come here and start
Dr.
live
Lee, you
streaming
said at
on
the end of your
YouTube.
direct examination
It
that
is
as
the
far as you
same
were concerned,
basic concept as TikTok. Okay, I got you.
the existence
Wow.
of those wet transfers meant that something was wrong.
San Diego, San Diego. My friend was telling me that he was in San Diego
Anything
2 weeks
that,
ago. He liked it
suggested
there,
your
and
cross-examinations change your
he's
opinion?
from Phoenix, Arizona. He moved. He visited San Diego, and he told me it is wonderful. Me myself, I never been there.
Dr. Lee, you said that your own experience, personal experience with wet swatches in casework, was letting you
TikTok.
dry
Everybody is
overnight,
on
is that
TikTok.
correct?
Yes, sir.
I guess
And
I'm the
then
only one on YouTube.
After approximately 12 hours, coming back to the laboratory and seeing that they were dry.
Yes, sir.
And when was it that these personal experiences stopped?
Yeah, this is what everybody's. When I tell everyone that I'm from Chicago, the first thing that people
Personal experience.
talked about is about crime.
Another personal
But I feel like
With wet swatches.
Chicago is
and
just
test
like any
tubes.
other big city.
Personal experiences in
You know,
casework with wet swatches and test tubes.
it's just like there's some safe area, and then there's some area that are not very safe.
No, I'm
But
not asking about that. I'm saying casework
I've been living here
experiences.
for almost 3 years. I think it's just like New York. I used to live in New York. New York is also similar to Chicago. So there's no big deal to me. It's just a big city. And you know, whenever you have a big city, you have a lot of people. There's always gonna be some people who will behave abnormally, you know. So that's what it is. But it is just
Motion to strike.
it's just similar to New York.
Actually, let me
Weather
ask
is
you
similar
this
to
way.
New York.
You said that at some point
The
you
infrastructure is
switched
similar to New York.
swatches
Everything is similar to
to
New York.
threads. Is that
And the
correct?
food and
No, that's not what I'm saying.
the traffic
I say
and
if at the scene,
every other thing is similar to New York. I think the
if
crime
something can move,
part of
I
Chicago
usually
is in,
take the whole thing.
I think, west side.
Move,
A little
for
bit. There's a
example,
spot
this
in west side and
box
south side of
or
Chicago that
just collect this
people
box.
think that is not
If
safe.
something cannot move, for
But
example,
I have some people, some of my friends who live around that area. They tell me that they just live in five. Me myself, I live in north side of Chicago, around
if
Evanston.
cannot scrape, we use tape lift.
The area where I live
Lifting.
is just like
Motion to strike.
international community, bunch of international community. Like even people
Let's just make it very simple.
who speak good English, you find them there like first or second generation American. Like it's just like a lot of people from Ukraine, a lot of Russian, a lot of
Is it true that
Italian.
you're
We have
now
a
using
small
threads
Italy here.
as opposed to swatches?
So yeah, the north side, and then you have a lot of students. You have one of the biggest university here
Exactly day and time.
around Evanston called Northwestern,
Well, didn't you write
and
your
we have
1986
also Loyola. Oh hey,
for the protocol for
Carter.
United
Hey,
State
what's
Police
up?
to use threads instead of
Thank you for
swatches?
joining me live.
Okay, so is it correct to say that since 1986, you do not have any personal experience in casework?
Yeah, Chicago is not
Swatches.
it's not as
identifying
what the media is portray it to be.
Every day we still
It's just like a big city.
don't sample
My
some
parents
to
come
the
to
laboratory
USA
and
from
transfer to a
Croatia
swatch.
back.
Still
It
use
makes it.
swatch.
Oh, I see. So yeah, it's the area where I live. Most of the people who live around in the north side, around the Loyola University and Evanston,
Usually we draw.
are international. You find a lot of Indian, for second generation Indian, a lot of people from Italy, from Ukraine, a lot of Russian, and a lot of Africans. So yeah, it's just like you, a lot of also Croatian. Nothing much. How's your day? My day is wonderful. How's yours? How is yours? Thank you for the like, guys. Thank you for the like and thank you for the subs. I decided to come and to go live on YouTube instead of going live on TikTok. I feel like everybody will be coming back to YouTube instead of TikTok. Yeah, good. How is your day too? Where are you from, my friend? Carter Polly.
Laboratory should be in control situation. And do you have personal knowledge as to how cold, what the temperatures were, LAPD? No. Drawing facility overnight? No.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's get to one of your comments about, in theory.
The only thing that I
there
hate
should be
about
some blood
Chicago is
in response
the
to
weather,
Mr.
the
Shep's
weather
report.
and
Yes, remember.
the weather and the traffic.
Would that
Oh, you
also
from
be
New
done
York?
on
Where in New York? I used to live
Wednesdays?
around the Bronx, not far from Yankee Stadium.
Depends on whether or
When I
not
first moved
what kind
from
of situation.
moved into the United States of America, I was my first city in the U.S. was in New York, and I used to live around the Bronx, in the Bronx around Yankee Stadium. After that, I moved to Indianapolis, and then from Indianapolis, I decided to come and visit Chicago, and I never went back. Oh, okay, the Bronx. Okay, that's wonderful, the Bronx, man. Habla español. A lot of Puerto Rican and people from Dominican Republic live around that area.
In this particular case, based on
Okay, your aunt live in Australia. Okay, okay, I see.
from your own viewing of the
Okay.
evidence, not from the pathologist. What does some
Yeah, guy. Yeah, I decided to before I come to Chicago. People were telling me that, oh, Chicago is terrible and all of that. I came and visit, and I liked the city, and I never went back. I feel like the city is just like a younger brother of New York, but is cheaper than New York, and it is also cleaner than New York. Like I feel like Chicago is cleaner than New York. I'm gonna go see other video. Okay, thank you very much, my friend Carter. Thank you very much for joining. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. Thank you, and thank you very much for joining me. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much.
If someone is standing behind the victim in this
Hi,
case,
dude. Hi, Juan Vando. Hi, where are you from? Where are you calling from? This is our new TikTok, guy. This is our new TikTok. Remember, the U.S. Senate is trying to ban TikTok, so everybody will be coming back to YouTube. So I want to be the first people to come on TikTok. I did have a good day. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I wish you all the best, and until we meet again, my friend Carter Pauli.
And you can't make that assumption, can you? No.
Guys, I'm thinking that a lot of people from TikTok will be coming back to YouTube because they're trying to ban TikTok. Oh, from Tijuana, Mexico. Hey, I was in Puerto Penasco, Puerto Penasco, Rocky Point. I was in Rocky Point last month. I went to visit. I like Mexico. I like the weather. I was in Rocky Point, the area called Rocky Point, but I think in Spanish it's called Puerto Penasco. Puerto Penasco. Yeah, I like the area. I like the weather, and I'll be back.
80% correct. Not the
Oh, really? Yes, yes. I was there. I have a lot of pictures. I don't know. I would have shared it if YouTube allowed me, but I don't think. Yeah, I was there, and we went to see the wells, and yeah, I was there for almost like 3 days or 5 days, something like that. Yeah, Puerto Penasco. Yeah, Puerto Penasco. I was there. It is called Rocky Point. Rocky Point. Yeah. Yeah, I was there. I was there. We like the weather.
Produces enormous amount of blood, and it did so in the Hofflinger case. Yes.
Get big one day and have a good day. Thank you very much. Thank you for the prayers, man. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget, I was I was, I mean, one of the few first people to come and do YouTube Live, just like TikTok Live. Like I was saying, I think like the U.S. Senate or the U.S. government will end up banning TikTok, and everybody and everybody will be forced to go and do what they were doing on TikTok on YouTube. So everybody will be coming back to YouTube. That's what I think will happen. So I want to be the first people to come here. Thank you for the like. Whoever is liking this video, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the live. Thank you for the guys. I am from Chicago. The weather is not good outside. That's the reason why I decided to just stay home and I got an idea to go live on this on TikTok on YouTube. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. You won or you won Venado. Thank you for the like. I will be back to Puerto Penasco because I made a lot of friends in Puerto Penasco, and the hotel was cheap. I like the food. I like the weather. Thank you, thank you. Oh, is that you, Carter? Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like, man. Thank you for the like. This YouTube live stream will be big one day. Thank you for the like. Nobody is actually on here. Just few people are on here. But thank you for the like. Thank you for the like, guys. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, people from New York and Californians, and I have some people. Some of you guys are from Mexico. Some are from San Diego. Some are from New York. Wow, that's crazy. But it's still, I feel like a lot of people are not going, are not coming, are not. If I do it for a while, can you make money? Oh, yeah. I mean, like if you like it a lot, you know, the algorithm will post my live, and then maybe a lot of people will be joining me live, and then after I will get a lot of subscribers, and then I will be making money. But I really appreciate your liking the video. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yep, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. Guys, if you have any video that you want me to like, if it is not copyrighted, I can do it. Yeah. Yeah, you know, COVID complex. Yep. Thank you for man. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you for liking my video. I got a few friends that will like and subs. Oh my God, man! Tell them to like and subs, man. I do care about people liking and subs, man. Subscribing. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think it is worth it, no? Out of nowhere, I decided just to stay home and go live. And instead of just going and visiting my friends and family or going outside and enjoying. But I think it is worth it now. I'm going live. I have to stay. I have to start going live. Like I was saying, like I feel like one day, YouTube will take over. YouTube live streaming will take over. Everybody will be coming back to YouTube. And so I want to be the first people. I want to be the first people to come on and do it.
It'll be 26 years in May, this coming May.
Wow. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I got few friends. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Even though I don't know this YouTube thing, I don't know. Even though people are liking a lot, I'm still just seeing 4 people liking it. I don't know, 4 like or some shit.
I'm currently assigned as the morning assistant watch commander. We refer to that as an AWC. My duties are the same as a lieutenant watch commander. when
Yeah.
Lieutenant is off. And when he's on, if we're both working, if I'm not off, then I assist him or her.
Yeah,
do?
YouTube live.
What does a watch commander do?
Watch Commander oversees the activities of all of the police
Four more than
officers
me,
and
Lord.
sergeants.
Wow,
They
4
watch,
more than
push,
me.
uh,
Yeah, man, he is.
Commander
I got few friends that will like.
Saul,
Wow, he
bookings,
is.
police officers
You mean like
occasionally
you have 4 more
bookings for,
people?
the California High Patrol officers that use our facility. I
Or 4 more subscriber?
review and approve all arrest reports,
What do you
crime
mean?
reports.
How many
And,
subscriber do you
in
have in
addition
your
to
channel?
handling usually a mountain of unrelated administrative paperwork, I respond to the field for various reasons.
Now, under what conditions would you respond to the
Oh my
field?
God.
I'll go out in the field.
You need to create a channel.
An
Create a
officer
channel
sensitive
and
to
and,
my
and
presence
just
on a particular
start
situation,
going live. I
and then
think
there
like
are
you,
some
YouTube is
instances
trying to make
where
it easy
the
for
department
people
mandates that I respond
so
to,
that people can
that
stop
qualifies as
can
any kind of
you
homicide I
know
have to respond to.
come
In any kind of
you know, can
homicide?
leave
Yes, ma'am.
TikTok and come on
And
YouTube.
what are you
So
supposed to do?
I think like
What are your
if you have
duties
more than
with
50
respect to,
subscriber, they can
for example,
you're allowed to
homicides?
go live stream just like what I'm doing right
My
now.
job is to go out
And
to
they're
the
making it
scene
easy
and
right now.
to
So right now is the
ensure
time
that
for
the scene
you
has
if you
been
want to
properly
go
secured and any obvious evidence
if
is
you want
protected
to
until the investigators get
uh
there. Prior to
do it right
leaving
now
to
is
go
the
out in the
time, is the
field,
right
there are
time,
certain notifications
because
that I have to
YouTube
make to
live
programs
streaming is
within
gonna
the
get
command
big
staff.
just like TikTok. So I think is
And why is that? Why do you have to make
it's the
those
right time for
notifications
you to
before
jump
you leave
in.
the station to your command staff and
Guys,
officers
thank you for
And
joining
to
me,
detectives,
and to detectives?
well,
and I
I
wish you all
generally
the
make
best.
the notifications to detectives first because I need to get them rolling. They are the officers that will ultimately handle the investigation. And then I will go ahead and make the various command staff notifications because our command staff needs to know what's going on, especially
Yeah.
in homicide cases.
And by command staff, you mean the people above you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, directing your attention, sir, to the date of June the 12th, 19...
Yeah, I have no channel, no like. Yeah, the Book of Dead. Yeah, thank you guys. Book. The Papyrus of Anai. Welcome everybody, everyone. You are welcome to my channel, and I am now listening to the Book of Dead, Egyptian Book of Dead. The book, Papyrus of Anai.
Papyrus of Ani, the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Narrated by Matthew Schmitz. Hymn to Osiris. Homage to thee, Osiris, Lord of eternity, King of the gods, whose names are manifold, whose forms are holy, thou being of hidden form in the temples, whose Ka is holy. Thou art the governor of Tatu, and also the mighty one in Sekhem.
What is this, Lord? It is nothing. It's just something that to make you laugh, you know. It is nothing. I'm just here enjoying myself. I just want to be um I'm testing the YouTube live streaming and I want to see if it's gonna work or not. I feel like very soon everybody will be running away from TikTok uh, to come to YouTube. Papyrus of Annie.
Preface of the Book of the Dead. Recording by Patrick Seville. The Book of the Dead by E.A. Wallace Sponge. To Sir Edward Maud Thompson, KCB,
Book
DCL,
of the Dead.
LLD. Principal Librarian.
Guy, what
of the
kind of
British
book
Museum.
do you read before you go to
Dear
bed?
Sir Edward,
Do you have
with great
any?
pleasure, I avail myself of the opportunity of
Oh yeah,
inscribing
thank you.
the
Yeah,
famous work on the Theban
I have
recession
seen.
in your
I think
copy, for you have taken no
like the
ordinary
U.S.
interest
government
in
is
its
gonna ban
inception
TikTok and
and
everybody will be
progress
running
and
to
innovation. I
YouTube.
will
So I
grant
want to be the
because
first
I
person
know
to come
that
here.
everything which concerns the religious beliefs of the ancient Egyptians
Guy,
has a fruitful doctrine,
what
the
kind of book do
resurrection
you guys
and
listen
eternal
before you
life
go to
of
bed?
its everlasting existence, which they evolved thousands of years before our era, has the greatest attraction for you. It is now many years ago since your friendship with our common friend, the late Professor W. Wright, began, and your helpful sympathy with his various Oriental works was never wanting. The like friendship and the like sympathy you have extended to myself, his pupil. For both I thank you, and I subscribe myself. Gratefully yours, E.A.
Chief
Wallace
J.
Sponge,
Bean.
London, July 27, 1897. Preface. The present volume forms part of a work on the Theban recession of the Book of the Dead, which I have prepared for Messrs.
And the Book of the Dead is one of the best book out
with
there.
a view of supplying
I
an
always
edition
listen to
of
it before I
Egyptian
go to
text
bed.
in hieroglyphic, a full vocabulary to the same with copious references, and a complete translation with
Oh,
one or
okay.
two chapters upon the history.
Whoa,
object,
everybody
and
is just saying
contents
it. I
of the
don't
Book of
read
the Dead
before bed.
in
I don't
PDF
read
form
I don't
and
read
at a
book
moderate
much.
price.
Mostly read article about the
It is the
space,
most
planet,
complete
and
edition
universe.
of the Theban
Wow, that's
recession
crazy.
hitherto published, but further discoveries
I don't
made
read.
may at any moment result in the
They
recovery
do
of papyri
the Papyrus
containing
of Ani.
chapters
This is an
presently
Egyptian
known to
book of
us.
dead.
The texts of the
I don't read
laboratory
book, but
recession
I
of
just
the
put
Book of the
a
Dead of the 5th and 6th
I just like
dynasties,
before I go to
which are
bed,
inscribed upon the pyramids of
I
Unis,
just Google put it on
Teti, the
YouTube and
first,
somebody's reading it.
Pharaoh,
It helped me
Teti the
sleep.
second,
It relaxed me
and
and make
which
me.
may be regarded
I don't
as
read
the
it like
most
reading it, but I
truthful
just listen
of
to it.
those now known to us, have been published, together with French translations of them by Monsieur Maspero in the various volumes of Recueil des
The Papyrus of Anna is a book
with the
of dead,
title of Les
Egyptian book of dead.
Instructions de la Pyramide de Saqqara, Paris, 1894. The texts of the recession in use during the 11th and 12th dynasties, which are found inscribed upon the coffins of the period, have been published by Lepsius and Maspero, and an excellent idea of their contents may be gained from Birch's translation of the texts on the coffin of Amamu, published with a complete facsimile by the trustees of the British Museum under the title Egyptian Texts of the Earliest Period from the Coffin of Amamu, London, 1886. The texts of the Theban recession, which was in use from the 18th to 22nd dynasty, for example, from about BC 1600 to BC 900, and which is found inscribed on several papyri, both plain and illuminated, have been published by Birch, Mariette, Beeman, Deveria, and others, and an eclectic edition of the recession in use from the 18th to the 20th dynasty was published with variants and Ain by Monsieur Naville in 1886.
Wow.
Translations of same papyri belonging to this period have been published by Deveria and Pierre.
But you know that there's a book of dead for
certain chapters of this recession have been translated and discussed by various Egyptologists.
I think for the Buddhists.
Texts
Buddhists from Thailand or from
illustrated for the priests and the
Vietnam, they also have a book of dead. And it's also fantastic. Let me see if I can get it. The book of dead. I never finished that book of dead. I always sleep before it reach to Book of Dead. You have the Egyptian Book of Dead, and then you have this is the Egyptian one. Mm. Oh, Tibetan Book of Dead. Okay. T B. Yeah, this one right here is one of the is also good. Full audiobook. Okay, that one is good. That one is good too. So there's, I think there's two Book of the Dead. There's the Tibetan Book of Dead, and then there's the Egyptian Book of Dead, which is like which is called the Papyrus of Anai, or the Papyrus of Ani, something like that.
The Tibetan Book of the Dead,
Yeah.
narrated by Matthew Schmitz.
This one is also good. It helps you sleep. It's like a movie, mystery movie.
1. The Chikai Bardo and the Chonyad Bardo.
Yes, yes.
Herein lieth the setting
The
face
ancient
to face
people are very
the
smart.
reality in the intermediate state. The great deliverance by here while on the after-death plane.
I feel like most of the invention is coming from the ancient people. The new people are not doing. The new people are busy going live. So
From the profound doctrine of the emancipating of the consciousness by meditation upon the peaceful and wrathful deities, the obeisances, to the divine body of truth, the incomprehensible, boundless light, to the divine body of perfect endowment, who are the lotus and the peaceful and the wrathful deities, to the lotus-born incarnation, Padma
yes,
Sambhava,
yes.
who is the protector of all sentient
The summary
beings,
is just, the book is just too
to
long.
the gurus, the three
What I do
greatest
is just I
obeisances,
always put it,
the
listen to it.
this great doctrine of
It helped
liberation
me
by hearing,
fall asleep.
which conferreth spiritual freedom on devotees of ordinary
Yeah, but the
rank,
ancient people are
while
always
the intermediate state
very smart.
hath 3 divisions: the preliminaries, the subject matter, and the
And I
conclusion.
think part of it is because they didn't have a lot of things that distracted them from doing what they were supposed to be doing. Like if they were to be alive today, I think they will be distracted just like we are. You have a lot of things that distract people, you know.
At first, the preliminaries, the guide series.
If we went back in time 1,000 of years and told them of our fabulous technology, none of us could replicate it. Yeah, it is crazy, bro. It is crazy. We have technology. We are, I don't know, man. Maybe the people, 1,000 years from now, the people who will be coming, they will look at us just as the same way as we're looking at people who lived 1,000 years back. So we will be the one that people will consider as smart, and maybe the Elon Musk, and they will talk. Elon Musk will be like Newton or Einstein, or Steve Jobs will be talked about 1,000 years from now, and um, it is it gay to kiss homie? Bro, I don't know. Man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Emancipating beings should be mastered by practice. The transference of the consciousness
Casey, it is
principle
not who.
by the guide,
It is.
The highest intellects
It is
are
hard.
most
Who
certainly to
cares?
be liberated.
Oh, Casey, what do you mean it is hard? Who cares? You mean back in the days it's hard, or you mean today it is hard right now? What do you mean? Ooh.
Should they not be liberated, then, while in the intermediate state of the moments of death, they should practice the transference, which
Always
gives
and,
automatic
and forever,
liberation
God says.
by one's merely remembering it.
Always and forever, God says.
Devotees of
Okay,
ordinary wit ought most certainly to be
bro,
freed thereby.
you're very deep, man.
Should they not be freed, then, while in the intermediate state, during the experiencing of
Casey,
death,
where are you
they
from?
should
And
exert in the listening to this great doctrine of liberation by hearing. Accordingly, the devotee should at first examine the symptoms of death as they gradually appear in his dying body, following self-liberation by observing the characteristics of the symptoms of death.
Hmm.
Then, when all the symptoms of death are complete, he should apply the transference, which conferreth liberation by merely remembering the process. The reading of this Toro. If the transference have been effectually employed, there is no need to read this Toro. But if the transference hath not been
oh, you've been
effectually
everywhere? Okay. Wow, you look smart and you look like a wise person.
employed, then this Toro
But where are you
is to
right
be read
now? Where do you
correctly
live right
and
now,
distinctly
Casey?
near the dead body. If there be no corpse, then the bed or the seat to which the deceased had been accustomed should be
Guys, don't
occupied
forget
by
to
the
like,
dead,
share, and subscribe.
to expound the
We
power
want
of
to
the
get
truth.
big on YouTube live streaming. We want to get big before everyone come, before people, TikTok people come and take over. You know, once they're here, they will take over.
During this time, no relative
Right now,
or
everybody is
foreign
on
aid
TikTok.
should be allowed to weep
So I
or to
think
cry, as such
it is a
as
good
have
time for
aided
us
the
to get big
deceased.
here before they
So,
come.
restrain them. If the body be present, just when the expiration hath ceased, either a lama who hath been as a guru to the deceased, or a brother in the faith whom the deceased trusted, or a friend for whom the deceased had great affection, putting the lips close to the
I live
dead
in God
body
glory.
without actually
Praise
touching
me.
it, should read
Praise
this
me,
great
for
Toro.
I am Him, oh God.
The practical application of this Toro
You live in
by the
God glory
officiate.
and pray, and I
Now
should
for
praise
the
you because
explaining
you
of the
are
Toro
God.
itself. If thou canst gather together a grand
How can you be
offering,
the two? How can you
offered
live in
in
God
worship of the
glory
Trinity,
while at the
if so
same
cannot
time
be
you're
done,
also a God?
then arrange whatever can be gathered together as
That's
objects, on which
I
thou
don't know. That's a
canst
contradiction,
demonstrate
I
thy
guess.
thoughts and mentally create as illimitable an offering as possible, and worship. Then the path of good wishes, invoking the aid of the Buddhas and
Also,
Bodhisattvas,
praise
should be
Lana Del
recited
Rey.
7 times or
Who is
thrice.
Lana Del Rey?
After that, the path of good wishes, giving protection from fear in the bardo,
Casey.
and
Casey,
the
who is
path
Lana
of
Del
good
Rey?
wishes for safe delivery from the dangerous pitfalls of the bardo. It, together with the root words of the bardo, are to be read distinctly and with the proper intonation. Then this great Toro is to be read either 7 times or thrice, according to the occasion. First cometh the setting face to face to the symptoms of death as they occur during the moments of death. Second, the application of the great vivid reminder, the setting face to face to reality
Casey.
while in the intermediate state.
She.
And
Oh,
third,
she's
the
cute.
methods of
You
closing
like
the
her?
doors of
Okay.
Kowloon while in the intermediate
Okay,
state
if you say
of
so. If you
seeking
think she's cute, then
liberation.
she's cute.
Part 1. The Bardo of the Moments of Death. Instructions on the symptoms of death, or the first stage of the Chikai Bardo, the primary clear light seen at the moment of death. The first, the setting face to
Guys,
face
always
with the clear
remember
light
to subscribe
during
and
the
like and share.
intermediate
And
state
always
of
remember
the
I was
moments
the
of death is.
one of the few people to come on YouTube live
Some there
streaming.
may be listened much to religious instructions.
I want to be remembered as the person who started,
Who, though
as one of
recognizing
the few
are
people,
nevertheless
first
free
people to
through
start
the error
going live streaming on
But all
YouTube.
classes of individuals who have received the practical teachings called guides will, if this be applied to them, be set face to face with the fundamental clear light, and without any intermediate state, they will obtain the unborn
This is cute.
by the great perpendicular path. The manner of application is, it is best if the guru from whom the deceased received guiding instructions can be had. But if the guru cannot be obtained, then a brother of the faith, or if the latter is also
Oh, we
unattainable,
have two people.
then a learned man of the same faith. Or should all these be unattainable, then a person who can read correctly and distinctly ought to read this many times over. Thereby the deceased will be put in mind of what he had previously heard of the setting face to face, and will at once come to recognize that fundamental light and undoubtedly obtain liberation. As regards the time for the application of these instructions, when the expiration bath ceased, the vital force will have sunk into the nerve center of wisdom, and the knower will be experiencing the clear light of the natural condition. Then the vital force, being thrown backwards and flying downwards through the right and left nerves, the intermediate state momentarily dawns. The above directions should be applied.
Welcome again. Welcome. Prayer to Amun Ra. Thank you for joining me. This guy will tell us what.
To show how ancient Egypt and its religions permeates the Old and the New Testament, here are some examples. During the rule of the Egyptian pharaoh Akhenaten came an important religious change. Pharaoh Akhenaten was a very important pharaoh. He single-handedly changed the worship in Egypt from the worship of many gods to the worship of just one god in particular, and to the exclusion of all.
This is what I was telling some of my friends, that the father of monotheism is not Moses, as many people believe, but actually the father of monotheism is actually an Egyptian pharaoh by the name of
The name of
Akhenaten.
this god was Re. Pharaoh Akhenaten established that from now on there is only one God, the Son, and his full name was Amen-Ra, spelled A-M-E-N-R-A. The Pharaoh
Amen
said
Ra.
that when you pray to God, you must pray through the Son of God, Amen-Ra, because he represented God. And at the end of the prayer, in the ancient temples of Egypt, they would say, Amen. In the scriptures, Jesus said, if your eye be single, then there will be light in you. This single eye was the symbol of Amen-Ra. And the eye was always within the circle, the sun, the eye of God.
This is the symbol of Illuminati.
There are at least 3 different places in the Bible where Jesus is referred to as the chief cornerstone that the builders rejected. For instance, in Ephesians 2.
Guys, thank you for joining me. I'm just enjoying myself on YouTube before it go kaboom. YouTube will become like a TikTok, so everybody will be coming on YouTube to go live.
Jesus Christ himself being the chief cornerstone. And this is very important. Ask any architect or anyone who knows anything about the terminology of architecture. Ask them, where do you find a chief cornerstone? Now you can find an ordinary cornerstone at the top of the building or at the bottom. But where do you find a chief cornerstone? A chief cornerstone is translated from the Greek word meaning the peak of a pyramid, or capstone. Why the peak of a pyramid, you may ask? All you have to do is look at the back of an American dollar bill, where you will find a pyramid with the chief
Yes, yes.
cornerstone separated from the pyramid.
MFT760. You need to
Where the
start your
capstone
channel
bill
right
goes to?
now.
Is it on the
You need
American
to
dollar
start
bill
your
or the
channel
chief?
right now before it's too late. Everybody is just everyone out here, you guys need to start your channel. It costs nothing. Just to start your channel. You don't know. Maybe it's gonna be successful something. You never know. And like I said, right now is the time. Right now is the time because YouTube is making it easy. They want to make it easy for people so that everyone can jump on it. And then after that, when there's a lot of people on YouTube, then they will make it a little bit hard. So right now is the moment. And as you can see, TikTok they're about to ban TikTok. The US government is about to ban TikTok, and everyone on TikTok will be coming on YouTube. So guys, if you want to create your channel, it's the right time right now. Create your YouTube channel and start going live stream. And right now, I think you just need 50 subscribers to get to go live. Once you have 50 subscribers, they will allow you to do this thing, to go live. It used to be you need to have 1,000. Remember those days back in the days, it used to be you need to have 1,000 subscribers to go live on YouTube. But now you just need 50. 50 subscribers allow you to go live.
The separated cornerstone is the eye of Horus, the all-seeing eye of Iusus, the Son of God, the eye of Re, that we pray to and say, Amen. In Isaiah 19:19, God says to his people, in that day there shall be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. In other words, in the middle of Egypt, there will be an altar to the Lord. Well, in the very middle of Egypt stands Cheops, the Great Pyramid, exactly in the middle. Amazing? Yes. But even more so when you consider that it had already been sitting there for 3,000 years before the Bible was written. In John 10:11, Jesus said, I am the good shepherd, and the good shepherd gives his life to the sheep. In John 10:14, Jesus said, I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep. In the book of Hebrews 13:20, Lord Jesus, the great shepherd of his sheep. In the book of Revelation 12:5, and she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all the nations with a rod of iron. And in Revelation 19:15, and he shall rule the nation with a rod of iron. Well, we've now established that Jesus is the good shepherd who shall rule the nations with a rod of iron. The Pharaoh is referred to as the good shepherd. The people, the royal household, and the religious household of Egypt were called in Egyptian the shepherd's fold. Pharaoh, being the representative of Iusus, the Son of God, was called the great shepherd, who looked after the shepherd's fold. The Pharaoh was considered to be the incarnation of Amen-Re, who ruled for God on earth. And that is where we get the idea that there would be an earthly kingdom, and the Pharaoh was the king of the kingdom.
Now you get the point. Guys, for my Christian brothers and sisters, you see. Oh, my friend, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I wish that we can meet one again. I wish to see you maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Guys, I'll be going live every now and then. I think like this YouTube thing is gonna get big. So I will be going live. Just join me on YouTube every day. I'll be going live, especially in a weekend like that when I'm not working. Again, MFT760. Thank you for joining me, and I wish you all the best. And like I said, don't forget to create your YouTube channel, and start posting some things. Okay. Akadua. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, take care. Take care. MFT 760. Take care. And thank you for joining me. And until we meet again, stay safe.
Oh, solar disk, Lord of radiance, rising on the horizon every day, may you shine on the face of your servant. I have come before you. May I be with you to see your disk every day. I praise you when you shine, and I speak to you when you rise. You bring morning to exalt your forms, and you ascend to magnify your beauties. Advancing, you fashion your limbs in gold. You turn your face to the west. and
Prayer of the Ra. I don't like the music. I don't like the music. YouTube is gonna copyright my. I don't like music. I just want something without the music, without any sounds. Book of Dead. Hello, hello, everyone.
Preface of the Book of the Dead. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Patrick Seville. The Book of the Dead by E.A. Wallace Budge. To Sir Edward Maud Thompson, KCB, DCL, LLB, Principal Librarian of the British Museum. Dear Sir Edward, with great pleasure, I avail myself of the opportunity of inscribing your name at the head of this work on the Theban recession of the Book of the Dead, for you have taken no ordinary interest in its inception and progress and completion. I do it the more gladly because I know that everything which concerns the religious cults of the ancient Egyptians and the wonderful doctrine of the resurrection of the spiritual body and of its everlasting existence, which they evolved thousands of years before our era, has the greatest attraction for you. It is now many years ago since your friendship with our common friend, the late Professor W. Wright, began, and your helpful sympathy with his various Oriental works was never wanting. The like friendship and the like sympathy you have extended to myself, his pupil. For both, I thank you, and I subscribe myself. Gratefully yours, E.A. Wallace Budge. London, July 27, 1897. Preface. The present volume forms part of a work on the Theban recession of the Book of the Dead, which I have prepared for Messrs. Kegan Paul and Company, with a view of supplying an edition of the Egyptian text in hieroglyphic, a full vocabulary to the same,
No,
with
Casey
copious
Burnett,
references, and a complete translation
Hardcore,
with introductory
Chief J.
chapters upon
Bean.
the history, object, and contents of the Book of the Dead, in a handy form and at a moderate price. It is the most complete edition of the Theban recession.
Welcome,
hitherto
welcome,
published,
everyone, welcome.
but further discoveries in Egypt may at any moment result in the recovery of papyri containing chapters at present unknown to us. The texts of the Heliopolitan recession of the Book of the Dead of the 5th and 6th dynasties, which are inscribed upon the pyramids of Unas, Ptah, Pepi I, Mer-en-Ra, and Pepi II,
and which may be regarded as the most ancient form of the work now known to us, have been published, together with French translations of them by Monsieur Maspero in the various volumes of Recueil de Travaux, and separately under the title of Les Inscriptions de la Pyramide de Saqqara, Paris, 1894. The texts of the Recension in use during the 11th and 12th dynasties, which are found inscribed upon the coffins of the period, have been published by Lepsius and Maspero, and an excellent idea of the contents may be gained from Birch's translation of the text on the coffin of Amamu, published with a complete facsimile by the trustees of the British Museum under the title Egyptian Texts, the
Egyptian
Series
test.
on the coffin of Amamu, London,
It is cold
1886.
outside.
The texts of the Theban session, which was in use
It is cold outside.
the 22nd dynasty, for example,
Boom.
from about BC 1600 to BC 900, and
I'm
which is
red.
found inscribed on several papyri,
Bro, that's
both
crazy.
plain and illuminated, have been
That's
published
not
by
it.
Birch, Mariette, Lehman, Deveria,
That's not it.
and an eclectic edition of the Recension
I am
from
green.
the 18th to the 20th dynasty was published with variants in England
I am blue.
by Monsieur Naville in 1886. Translations of single papyri belonging to this period have been published by Deveria and Pierre, Dies, Lefebvre, Massey, Liet, and others.
Guys,
And certain chapters of
I
this
think I gotta go.
have been translated and discussed by various
It was
Egyptologists.
nice talking to you guys.
Texts, both hieratic
And I will be coming back again
and illustrated for the priests and
very
priestesses
soon.
of
For now, I need
during
to
the 21st and 22nd dynasties
go
have been
off
published by
these
Birch,
YouTube things and
Lepsius,
watch a movie and go watch a movie and then sleep so that I can wake up early tomorrow morning and do some shit.
was published by E. de Rouge in 1861. Of the texts which represent the Sayet Recension of the Book of the Dead, several manuscripts have been printed and
Alright.
inscribed. The most important of these, however, is the famous papyrus.
Where are you guys
preserved
coming
in
from?
which Lepsius published a good copy as far back as 1842, entitled Da Totenbuch der Ägypter. The Book of the Dead, which was in use throughout the Greco-Roman and Roman periods, is well illustrated with hieratic texts published
Yeah.
and transcribed by Birch in the Proceedings of the Society of Biblical Archaeology, Volume 7, page 49, and by Libni in his Le Livre Egyptri ou Mon Navbiris, Leipzig, 1895. The first to publish a complete translation of any recension of the Book of the Dead was Birch, who in 1867 gave an English version of the Turin Papyrus in the 5th volume of Bunsen, Egypt's Place and Universal History, pages 123
Stankonia.
Notwithstanding the fact
The
that
Guzman
recension
305. What do you mean by Stankonia?
of all, and that the text of the
I'ma
Turin
Google it.
manuscript is faulty in many places.
I will Google Stankonia.
Birch's rendering gave a new impulse to the study of the
Is
Egyptian religion,
Stankonia.
and it has formed the groundwork for the translations made by Egyptologists subsequently. The thing to wonder at is not the mistakes which he made, but that he was able
What does Stankonia mean actually?
can translate so much correctly. In 1882, Pierre published a French translation of the Turin Papyrus entitled Le Livre des Morts des Anciens Egyptiens, and in 1894, Davis published an English version of
The
Pierre's
Guzman.
French translation at New York. Up to the present, however, no complete translation of the Theban Recension has appeared. Translations of single papyri, for example, the papyrus of Nebseni, the papyrus of Ani, the papyrus of Sutnemes, the papyrus of Nebked, etc., have been made by Deveria and Pierre, Dies, Massey, myself, and others.
Guys, welcome,
And
welcome.
translation of the
Thank you
text
for joining my live stream.
Totenbach, and by others was begun by Renouf in the Proceedings of the Society of Biblical Archaeology, Volume 14. Since the appearance of Naville's great work in 1886, several extremely important papyri have been discovered, and it is now possible to add to the texts of the Theban Recension, which he published a considerable number of chapters, etc. From the papyrus Ani, we obtained instructions to chapters 18 and 125, a hymn to Ra, a hymn to Osiris, text referring to the judgment scene, all of which are new. Besides these, we gained
Guy, welcome.
the short version.
I spent almost 3 hours or more than 3 hours
Covered with a care and beauty
on here.
unknown in papyri of this class.
That's crazy.
Of greater interest, textually, however, is the papyrus of Nuh.
Hopefully YouTube will pay me for that because I'm trying to promote YouTube live streaming.
Of illuminated papyri known, and it certainly was written in the first half of the period of the rule of the kings of the 18th dynasty. It is nearly, if not quite, as old as the famous papyrus of Nebseni. Unlike many of the papyri of that day, it was written throughout by one man.
Unlike TikTok,
Himself.
people like a lot and then you just get 4 like. I don't understand how it works.
One short chapter is repeated. In it, however, are about 20 chapters of the Theban Recession, which have not hitherto been found, and several which have, up to the present, been only known to exist in single manuscripts. From the above facts, it is clear that an edition of the text of the Theban Recession, which should contain all such new chapters, etc., was needed. When a few years ago, Sir E. Mond Thompson suggested to me to make a translation of the Book of the Dead for popular use, I decided to do so, and to publish at the same time an edition of the Egyptian texts. For in these days, the reader insists, and rightly, upon the reproduction of the original documents as far as possible, so that he may be able to control the renderings set forth by the translator. Since no papyrus contains all the chapters of the Theban Recession, and no two papyri agree either in respect of contents or arrangement of the chapters, and the critical value of every text in a papyrus is not always the same, it follows that a complete edition of all the known chapters of the Theban Recession is impossible unless recourse be had to several papyri. I have therefore made use of several, and as a result, translations of about 160 chapters, not including different versions, hymns, and rubrics, are given in the present volume. I have also added translations of 16 chapters of the Satay Recession, both because they form good specimens of the religious compositions of the latter period and illustrate some curious beliefs, and because, having adapted the numbering of the chapters employed by Lepsius, they were needed to make the numbering of the chapters in this edition consecutive. My translation has been made as literal as possible, my aim being to let the reader judge for himself the contents of the Theban Book of the Dead, as it is intended for popular use. I have not encumbered the pages with voluminous
We're
words.
about to listen, guys. Do
I
you
attempted to explain the allusions and
listen to
obscurities
any
which the
audiobook
lawyer
before going to
doesn't
bed?
understands. For
If
references to
yes,
the
what
works of other writers, the reader is referred
is
to
the
the
best
bibliography at the end of my papyrus
what is the
British
best
Museum,
sleeping
1995, and to the notes
audio
in the
book
introduction.
out there?
The source of each chapter is set forth clearly above it, together with a description of the vignette to it as it is found in the best papyri of the 18th and 19th dynasties. Since the vignettes formed originally no part of the Book of the Dead, no attempt has been made to reproduce them here. A collection of all the vignettes found in the Theban papyri, especially those which are found in the Books of the Dead, made for the priests of Amun after BC 1000, would be of great value, but unless they were reproduced in their actual colors, much of their interest would be lost. The whole judgment scene and the Elysian fields, and a portion of the vignette to the first chapter have, however, been beautifully reproduced in full colors by Mr. W. Griggs from the Papyrus of Ani, and these form excellent examples of the artistic work executed upon papyri in the 18th dynasty. Those who require other examples are referred to the second edition of the colored facsimile of the Papyrus of Ani, published by the trustees of the British Museum in 1894. In the introduction, a sketch of the history of the growth and development of the Book of the Dead has been given, and to illustrate the paleography of the different recessions, from about BC 3500 to about AD 200, 18 plates have been appended. The remaining brief accounts of some of the religious views of the Egyptians are necessary for the understanding of the aim and object of the Book of the Dead. They would have been fuller had space permitted, and I reserve a more detailed description of them for a further work on the Egyptian religion, with the view of showing how, in the Ptolemaic period and later times, the Egyptians hoped to obtain for their dead all the benefits which were believed to be secured for them by the use of the numerous chapters of earlier periods, by means of a work which, though extremely short, preserved all the essential beliefs of an olden time. A translation has been added of the Book of Breathings from the text of the papyrus of Karashur, British Museum number 9995. By means of this, in the extracts from the pyramid texts given in my chapter on the Elysian Fields, a comparison of the beliefs of the Egyptians in the earliest and latest times can be made. In a small volume accompanying the text of the Theban Recession will be found a vocabulary containing over 55,000 references, which has been bound up separately in difference to the wishes of many. In the case of uncommon words, every example of its use which occurs in the book is noted. For commoner words, copious references are given in order that the reader may the more easily compare their meanings in several passages. Finally, it is my duty to express my grateful thanks to the trustees of the British Museum for permission to print certain chapters of the papyrus of Nebseni and of the papyrus of Ani from the publications issued by them. My thanks are also due to Mr. Holhausen of Vienna for the care which he has bestowed upon the printing of the 3 parts of this work, and to Mr. Griggs for the colored reproductions from the papyrus of Ani, which he has executed with his usual skill. E. A. Wallace Fudge, London, August 19th, 1897. End of preface.
Wow.
Introduction of the
Serving as Hymen on
Egyptian
understanding
Book
the
of
history.
the Dead by E. A. Wallace
Keep
Fudge.
finding long-term
This
business
device
success.
recording is in the public domain. Introduction, the history of the Book of the Dead, Part 1. Long ago, in the earliest period of Egyptian civilization, the dwellers on the Nile were in the habit of preserving the dead bodies of their relatives and friends by means of salt, soda, resin, bitumen, and other substances of like nature. And although the art of mummifying and swathing the body in linen bandages did not attain to its highest pitch of perfection until several hundreds of years later, the simple means which were employed in the earliest days were effectual in keeping bones, sinews, and skin in existence upon earth. The Egyptians embalmed their dead either because they wished to keep their material bodies with them upon earth, or because they believed that the future welfare of the departed depended in some way upon the preservation of the bodies which they had left behind them upon earth. Whatever the motive, it is quite certain that it must have been a very powerful one, for the custom of embalming the dead lasted in Egypt without a break for at least 5,000 years. It survived all the influence which the Greeks and Romans brought to bear upon the habits and customs of the Egyptians, and only disappeared from the country about 200 years before its conquest by Muhammad's general Amir ibn al-Asi in AD 658. The writings of ancient Egypt show that it was not only the custom but also the duty of a man to prepare during his lifetime a suitable tomb in which his body might rest after death, and it is to the desire of preserving the body on the part of the Egyptians which found practical expression in the hewing of tombs and the making of elaborate funeral furniture that we owe the greater part of our knowledge of their religious beliefs. As time went on, the embalming of the dead was performed in a more elaborate manner, and at the same time the last resting place of the mummified body was chosen more carefully and wrought with greater attention. At a very early period, the wealthy discarded the use of holes in rocks and caves as tombs. For in these, the bodies were accessible to
I'm just
the
getting tired, guys.
wild animals.
Thank you all for joining me,
And the same
and
objection
have a
is
wonderful
applicable to
night.
the